Hey, fam, we're getting pumped up, right, about the season. Like I've got a question coming up later about that, but the free agency frenzy period, right? Now, here that was good. And then, I don't know how it came to you, but it just hit me the other day. I was reading, wait a minute, wait. Well, Monday to be exact. I'm looking, that dude, man, that don't fit the mold. What you doing, man? Robert Jones. Because you know Kyle Shanahan likes them lightweight, svelte, strong dudes to get out there and create an opening for his running backs. So, this dude don't do that, man. I'm kind of, what's going on? What's going on? Are we going to change a little bit of philosophy around Santa Clara? Are we going to start doing things like playing smash mouth football? Remember Jim Harbaugh, right? I used to love the 49ers at that days. Harbaugh went out and got the biggest, baddest dudes he could find, right, to play his offensive line. Everybody knew the 49ers were going to play smash mouth football. They're going to snap the ball, and at the point of impact, if we win, you win, one way or the other, something's going to give. But we feel like it doesn't matter if you know what we're going to do. We're going to kick your ass. And Frank Gore and company are going to make sure. Man, that was exciting too. I ain't lying. I said, ooh. Kyle Shanahan, can you imagine? Let me, you know what? Smash Mouth Football 2026, as I say. I'm not saying it is, because there's not enough proof yet. But we got some hogs, fam. They ain't just regular offensive linemen. Them is hogs. Okay. Calm down. 49ers offseason 2026. The recent assembly of offensive line talents suggests possible strategic shifts. Just speculating. I don't want to lay the Ronbo, man. He's getting all carried away, man. Back in March, talking about we gonna be. No. I'm just saying. Thinking out loud. For the past few seasons, a lot of us of the 49er faithful community have come to the conclusion that since a large percentage of the NFL has stolen plenty, an entire cookbook recipes, Shanahan, and that's why when people around the league like Rudy and man, you guys, man, so bad. You know what? You guys only succeeded because you're playing Shanahan football. Remember, you guys had your boy out there. Stafford step back 30 balls, 70, 80 times a game. You ain't got no run game. That's why you get your ass whooped. Then all of a sudden, McVay got smart and established a run game. And that's fine. This is what bothers me, all right? Because everybody's taking Kyle Shanahan's book, playing it all over the league, all right? Tearing defenses apart. It may be time to make some changes. We've been talking about that for how many years now? I said, man, come on, man. Our offense is getting stagnant. We knew it. And I figured Kyle knew it too. Every time they came around the corner with Debo in that sweep, I got sick. I said, God, that ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. Look at that. He lost a yard. And Richard Sherman and George Kittle, they want Debo back. I said, stop, guys, stop. I love Debo, I do, for what he did. But his time is up with the 49ers. Tea leaves may have just been exposed over the past few days. Shanahan may indeed be in the process of altering some of his concepts. I really feel it's true. Also, word on the street is that out of the top 4 teams in the current power ranking, 3 of them all come from the NFC West. And it ain't the Cardinals. To foes we go for your thoughts on some possible and potential changes. Now the 49ers will be running the 2026 offense. Fam, I tell you what, I don't even know. We get to the Super Bowl winner. I don't even know if I can handle it, man. I could end up being in the hospital for about a month. I'd overjoy on that. Because it's time. It's past time. And see, all these people say, man, you guys can't win it. Look, mother, it ain't because we ain't at the Super Bowl. It's because we just didn't come out of the Super Bowl with the W. And you know what I'm talking about, too. That clown in L.A. God, shut up, Rudy. So anyway, hey fam, Connor Orr of Sports Illustrated releases post-free agency NFL power rankings. And he enjoys what the Niners have done in this offseason, just like everybody else. Most analysts of whom that are handling outgrades following the 2026 free agency period generally rank San Francisco within the top 5 of the NFL power rankings and viewed the Niners as one of the league's most improved teams. No doubt about it. And frequently placed the good guys around number 4 or number 5. Niners landed at number 4, trailing only the Hawks, Shams, and Broncos. And that's fine. Because, Shams and the Hawks were the last 2 men standing in our division or in the NFC. Right? Broncos. If they don't lose their quarterback, you wonder. If Bo Nix doesn't go down, do the Patriots go to the Super Bowl? See, these are the kind of variables in football that are so heartbreaking. All it takes is certain personnel from the team to go, and you're dead meat. Anyway, all it took to gain the respect were some key additions like Mike Evans, bringing back Dre Greenlaw, and that alone put a team in contender status right there. Key moves, addition of Mike Evans, is highly praised by all, described as a team-friendly move to provide a vertical threat and red zone target. Fam, you realize how big of a deal has that been for us? Now, George Kittle does a great job at that. George is as good in the red zone as anybody in the league, except for guys like Mike Evans. All right? But that was, Brock went to George so often, it was crazy. I'm going to put George over here and Mike here too? Oh, God damn. Really? Oh, I pray for health, fam. That's all we need. Immediately, the impact of Evans. He takes the defender out of the box. He takes the defender out of the box immediately. What does that mean? You get CMC. He's allowed to cook. And unlike last year, when they had 13 to 14 guys in the box, I said, you know what? Ain't nowhere in the hell that's only 11 people out there. That box would be so stacked, it looked like a crowd was out there. So I said, okay, so that's going to stop this year. Oh, hell yeah, it is. All this engine with all these parts, all it needs is tuning up, fam. I can't wait till they get it from the minute OTCs, this is not military. The OTAs start. That chemistry starts to build. You can probably see at nighttime, you can probably see a glow going over Santa Clara. What is that? Man, it's putting that machine together, man. Uh-oh. Hey, the initial free agency wave was graded an A-. That was by the Web Zone, the offense, and the defense got an A. That's what I'm saying. We can get excited about the offense all we want to. The fact of the matter is the defense is still going to be badass. Bad friggin' ass. Oh. And Nick Bosa's been accused of being overpaid, right? I was kind of chuckling because I said to myself, I have to admit, Nick did slide a little bit after that 18-sack season. But you know what? Last time Nick got hurt and came back, he came back rested in pure hell, looking like the Tasmanian devil out there. So you know what? This is good. We did fine last year. We weren't going to go anywhere even with a healthy Nick Bosa last year. But you give me a Nick Bosa healthy this year and all we got this year on that defensive line. Ooh. And because you know what I was saying? When was the last time we were so proud and sticking a chest out after the free agency period? That's a nostalgic question. I'm trying to remember. How many years ago did we get all pumped up after free agency? Help me, because I have no idea. I mean, every year we go ho-hum in free agency because Shanahan and Lynch did all their work and tried to do all the work in the draft. And mid-season, you may pick up a gem. And mid-season, when you pick up, it wouldn't be just a gem. It'd be a game changer, So anyway, this reminds me of that year. These kind of things. The 49ers are stacked. Ain't no two ways about it. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Because this reminds me of that year. the Lakers, when I was watching NBA hardcore, the Lakers and Kobe, all right? Robert Horry, they had a host of others too. But that was the nucleus. All of a sudden that year they got Karl Malone and Gary Payton. I said, what? But you don't see funny? They failed to get the ring that year. So sometimes you can overcompensate, right? So they didn't make it that year. But stacking teams works. I don't know what they did that year in LA, but they messed up. But stacking teams works often. You remember LeBron took his show to South Beach? Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. First year they fizzled because they had to get to know each other. What did it take, 2 or 3 later? I tell you something else too. When Kevin Garnett escaped out of Minnesota and he's into Boston, I told him it's over. It's over. It's over. You cannot send Kevin Garnett with Paul Pierce and everything else they've got over there and expect anything less. Sure enough, they did it. So you know what? It's our time, fam. Yeah. You can't add all this. And besides, you have a nucleus that's been together too long. All you had to do was add a little bit more and exactly at the right places. The 49ers are right looking high and low. You see how many guys are coming in to the 49ers looking at out of the draft? All defensive linemen. You hear about other position here and there, but for the most part, DL. First pick of the draft, the 49ers select DL. Watch. We're back to that fact. But this year, the 49ers looking in depth. They're not going to make a mistake. It's not going to be like, what was the biggest mistake? You know what? Let's not do that. I'm not going to do that. But the picture just gets red and gold rosy, fam. There are some lingering concerns, though, despite the improvements. Some analysts point out that the team still has issues with the offensive line, potential risk there, the potential lack of depth for the most part, and uncertainty around key veteran players. Trent Williams. I love when you read these things. Who doesn't know who you're talking about? T. Will ain't going nowhere. But I really wish the 49ers would stop assing around and if they go in after the draft and still haven't signed T. Will, it will be time to concern. He is the glue that makes sure that everything's going to be perfect. Gotta have him. You just gotta. So there must be a way to get him to say, okay. Still making all the money moves and free agency combined with the anticipation of the NFL draft has positioned the Niners as an elite, not just an everyday contender. I'm talking about a badass contender. Here's the thing, though, fam. Having all 4 NFC West teams ranked in the top 4 spotlights just how competitive the division could be in 2026. There's going to be bloodshed out there this year, fam. Anytime we play the Shams or the Hawks, it's going to get ugly. We're going to be sitting on the edge of our seats because I ain't going to disrespect them. They're going to be tough. But I always think, they ain't got Shanahan. Ronbo, don't start with Shanahan. I'm just saying, man, the dude, if you give him the right stuff, he'll beat your ass. I don't care who you are. If Belichick respects Shanahan, hell, everybody should. 3 of those teams reached the playoffs last season with the Hawks emerging as Super Bowl 60 champs. Stage may already be set, fam. It may already be set. But talking about the potential Achilles heel of the 49ers, yes. Bob Jones. That signing took place this past Monday. And it's interesting because he's been as a power blocker, right? We don't look for those kind of guys. That's why you always say when you see Brock getting blown out the pocket or offensive linemen like Jake Brendel getting thrown up into the seats, you think, Kyle always said, I'd like to get bigger guys, but, for what we do, I need more athletic offensive linemen to get out there and do what they do. And I thought, I know, but every quarterback we get is laid up in a hospital somewhere during the course of the season, Kyle. But this dude, Jones, 6'4", 321. Man's got 33-inch arms. He'll keep you out there all day trying to get in. But he doesn't fit the mold. This dude, Bob Jones, I bet he'd be out there running the Mack trucks for practice to see if he can take them down. Sounds like power football to me, though, fam. It does. When you start getting big hogs out there like this, I mean, are we going to see the Niners sprinkling a little more gap concepts? Christian can run through gaps. He'd rather run through gaps. I'm sure of it. He's a one-stepper anyway. If he sees a gap, with running backs, it's all about reflexes. It's all about timing. You see the whole process, get your ass through it. That's the guy who excels in the NFL. Christian McCaffrey is that guy. We all know the Shanahan's live and die by the zone stretch. The Shanahan's, man, but it's been a big success for him. But the Shanahan's live and die by that zone stretch and lateral schemes. Will we be surprised this year? That's my question. Jones was a plus pass protector in his one full season starting under Mike McDaniel in Miami. Although, what I am curious about, I'm sure you're thinking the same thing. Why did they let him go? Now, he was a youngster. He's only 27. Right? Jones enters his sixth NFL season, has appeared in 49 games, including 30 starts and 17 of which were with the Dolphins in 2024. All right, he signed with Dallas in 2025, but missed a past year due to a neck injury. Injury before he re-entered the free agency market. So he just signed him in these one-year deals. But remember that kid we got from Detroit? First-round pick. Detroit gave up on him. Ended up being one of the best guards we've had. Trent Williams was pissed off and he got left. I've been calling his name so long, it slips me. I just say he's 27, man. He ain't done. He may be nowhere near reach his peak. Is Kyle thinking out of the box? Is he getting ready to do a little thing different? What's interesting is how Jones signing fits in the 49ers offense and what a player like him being brought aboard might mean for the Niners scheme on that side of the ball. Jones and the dude's strive for the most during his time in the NFL as a power blocker, as I mentioned. Things could be changing along the offensive line for the Niners. That's all I want to say. I just want to see something. I want to see something a little different and effective. If I see that, oh, God, Jesus. A hog like Jones could be the offense is shifting towards a more power-based rushing attack, at least on occasion. Attack gaps rather than zones, and there are reasons to believe it just may work out, fam. Because I'm sure Kyle looked into this. Him and Lindsay looked into this and figured that out. Well, we can use him this way, we can use him this way, use him this way. Here's what I want to know, fam. God, look at experience. He's got, he'd be a depth piece if nothing else. 2025 career snaps at the NFL level to San Francisco, multiple seasons of starting experience. That can only be a good thing for the franchise moving forward. What I want to see, though, fam, is Kyle Shanahan, everything looks the same with Kyle Shanahan. The passing game, the run game. You don't know what the hell's coming. That's what gives Kyle Shanahan an advantage. If I got this dude out there barking and growling and taking dudes down along with Trent, the legendary. Can you imagine what's going on over the left side? I mean, I just want to see if we consistently do that, because this is going to be it's going to be a work of art. Everything Kyle Shanahan does looks the same. We're going to pass the ball. We're going to run the ball. All looks the same. If he can work that magic with this dude, man. One is also, and as I say, 49ers also signed a 26-year-old, 6'5", 315 pounds tackle, Vidarian Lowe from the Pats. That's another damn hog, fam. That's not a little svelte, dude. 6'6", also 305-pound guard Brett Toth from Philly. He signed as UDFA in 2019, but listen, he's still trained. Offensive linemen don't need to be high skilled. They just need to be brutal, and they need to know how to move their feet and have technique. If McKivitz, boy, camp is gonna be special this year. Oh, God. It's only March, so we got to calm down. We haven't had the draft yet. Alex Arms, 77 Feb. Hey, I just want to say that I am a big fan of your show, so keep up the good work. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate you in the interview, fam. Get on the phone, man. Let's talk. We got up here. And for Brian, it's so great having you back. It's so bad. I love when he goes, marketing pro. Let me do it. So great having you back, player. My birthday's tomorrow. I'm LeVar Bowman, 53. Hey, sing it if you feel like it, but you sound like your horse. I don't. You know what? I gotta stop yelling and screaming and getting all excited. Don't overdo it. Love you, all fam and faithful at Ronbo Sports. I don't care what it sounds like. Although I did forget to bring my water. I have to sing, man. Happy Niners birthday to Big B. Happy Niners birthday, Brian. Happy Niners birthday. We rolling up on 2026 looking like we go do it again. Brian, I can do it, Brian. I can do it. Happy birthday, 49er style. Brian, thanks, fam. Oh. Let's get over to the phone and see who's on it. Hey, Smooth. Smooth, get in there, man.
Ronbo, what's up, family?
Smooth,
what's
man.
up, faithful?
I'm telling you, man. You, bruh. Good to hear from you.
Nothing but eat some pizza, chilling, waiting for you.
Tell you, man. Every day seems to be something else making me crazy. Smooth. What's happening, man?
Hey, check this out. Check this out. I'm on my shit, bruh. I keep going back and telling y'all. What did I tell you? What we have to do. I said we need dogs. We need road grinders on the offensive line. I need to be the coach and GM. Everything I told you is happening. Everything. I told y'all this is it for John Lynch and Shanahan. I'm going to lay off them like I said the last time. I'm going to lay off of them. But check this out. They're not out of hot water because all these big moves we making, they better cash in. I ain't talking about no wild card. I ain't talking about no playoff. I ain't talking about no champion. I'm talking about that goddamn Vince Lombardi Chinese trophy. Quest for 6. That's what we want. We don't want postseason this, postseason that. Injury here, injury. Fuck that. Them days is over with. The moves they made, they got to cash in. Because if they don't, they're still out of here. I slept on that shit. I said, wait a minute. All these moves they making before the draft, and we still had a draft, bruh, they got to get this shit right. I don't know about the faithful, but me, I'm tired, Ronbo. I'm tired of all this back and forth. Oh, we gonna do this. Oh, the injury this. Oh, the substation that. Fuck all that shit.
Excuses.
Take care of what you need to take care of. We know what type of franchise we have. A historic franchise. Come on. Number one, and we go be quest to be number one again. Because these moves they make, now they got Jones.
Man.
Come on, man. Come on. For Miami is cleaning house. Miami Dolphins cleaning house. So if they got any other players there on the offense side, let's get them. We took care of the defense last draft. The setup, this offense right here, this draft gonna be all offense. I told you. I said we need separators. We need separators. These and Evans, it's a 3-year deal, but it's really a 1-year deal. Okay? Christian Kirk, it's a 1-year deal. Why we got all these 1-year deals? I wonder. Well, I was like, you know what? These 1-year deals, now it's got some up their sleeve. And these goddamn moves they making this offseason, the best ever of all 32 teams, they number one in the move they made, ain't nobody catching them. All we have to do is put this shit together. Oh, yeah. Why we bring all these old players in? Let me tell you something. I said this again. I said this. Quote me if I'm wrong, Ronbo. I'm talking to you since we on the phone.
All right.
I told you. We going to have to do better, and we doing better. Offense, we can't care of that. You got Jones next to
Trent.
Come on, bro.
It's a lot of meanness.
322. Road grinder. I told you what we needed, and we got it. Now, the news coming out of Cleveland. I don't know if you touched on that because I
was going to say something about that. Okay, go ahead. It's making me crazy, Smooth. All right, go ahead.
Don't have a heart attack yet. Stand there, hang with me. Stand there with your boy. Okay. Who is Cleveland defense coordinator that we wanted before Raheem Mostert? Who was that?
How do you pronounce his name? Anyway, yes.
We know. I can't get up the top, but you know who I'm talking about. We wanted him before Raheem Mostert, right?
Yeah. He's mad as hell he couldn't get out of there, too.
Check this out. I don't know what's his name.
Miles Garrett.
They pass rusher.
Miles Garrett.
Pass rusher.
Miles.
He signed that big ass. Okay. He signed that big ass contract because of what? He wanted to coach. He's defense coordinator. That's why he signed. Check this out.
Jim Schwartz. Thanks, William.
Jim Schwartz. Okay. He wanted Jim Schwartz. Jim Schwartz should have been the coach, the next head coach. Jim Schwartz was so pissed off, he went to management and said, I'm no longer want to work for you. I thought he was going to go to nothing. He retired.
I didn't even hear about that.
Okay, I'm giving it to you, baby. I got sources in Cleveland. He retired. He was so pissed off.
Damn, he is pissed.
Okay?
Who?
If he's going to take this year off and come back, I don't know. But before I let you go, I'll say this. Myles Garrett don't want to be in Cleveland. Okay? Quasi kept, but see, Cleveland keeping it tight, shush, because they want all that pandemonium and all that shit going on and all that shit.
It'll get loud. Keep out the media.
But see, you can't keep shit from Smooth, because when Smooth I digs. Okay? Now, Myles Garrett, here's the teams. Dallas, Kansas City, Green Bay, Chicago, Rams, Seattle. Listen, Seattle and 49ers are in the running to bring him in. Now, this is where it gets tricky at. Who got the money? We do, because all he owed is $9 million. That ain't shit. Okay?
Wait, who picks up $9 million?
That contract don't kick in. That ain't contract going. And when that contract do kick in, the majority full of it in 2027, who gonna have a lot of money?
Oh yeah, well, we can pay it then. Yeah.
The 49. We going to get him. That's all we need. All we talking about edge rusher go with Nick Bosa. That's it. We trying to get him, and they say he's not for sale. We ain't going away. But check this out. Check this out. He can go anywhere he wants to go.
Oh.
The star that he is, 23, 24 sacks. Look, bro. He can say, I don't want to go to Seattle. I don't want to go to Rams. I don't want to go to them teams. I want to go to the Niners. They have to do and let them go. And you think about motherfuckers talking about 3 first-round picks? Oh, no. Maybe 1 and the 2 or 1 and the 3, because, like you said, when push comes to shove, they have to take what that team gives them. And the Niners can give him whatever the fuck they want to. If he say, I won't play for the Niners and nobody else, they're going to have to do it, because they don't do it. It's like Brandon Ayuk. They're going to have to cut him without nothing.
Smooth.
Call it your boy. Smooth operator 415 3 times out what it is. What's up? I'm out.
It's immaculate. Smooth. I'll be back Sunday. Maybe Garrett will be in Santa Clara by then. This is crazy. All right, fam.
Yeah. Dub City. I'm gonna bring you the best. All right. Y'all have a good one.
All right, Smooth.
I'm out. Peace of time. I'm out.
See, I saw the Myles Garrett thing. I saw it on my dailies. I kept going. I said, come on, man. You guys are just toying with my emotions at this point. Myles Garrett ain't coming to Santa
Yeah.
Clara. And now I'm thinking, Matty, wait, hold on a second.
Ronbo.
Wait, hold on a second. Like Jamal Adams, Derwin James, George Pickens, who was the only man in Wild World who said Malik Neighbors was better than Marvin Harrison Jr. Jack's back. Jack, what's up, dude? Matty, go ahead, man. See, Matty, I'm kidding. Myles Garrett, last year, remember? I don't know what George Kittle and guys were talking to Myles Garrett. Some exhibition was going on. I don't know. I don't. Is it trying to tell Myles, before he signed his contract, San Francisco, and Myles said he'd love it, and everybody's trying to get him. And then I said to myself, Myles Garrett, folks, is too outrageously unbelievable. You're gonna have Myles Garrett, Nick Bosa on the same team,
Nick Bosa,
and then
Greg Greenlaw, Fred Warner,
oh my God,
Diamador Lenore.
League,
You fucking kidding me, Ronbo?
No, I mean the league would probably just say, "Listen, that's not a legal trade." Why?
Yeah, it's just not even fair.
God, woo, Matty, great year for me.
Good Lord Almighty, that'd be just something.
We could
never say never, Ronbo.
No, really, Matty. If that assembly of talent, if you put Myles Garrett, Nick, and all the rest of the guys we got on defense together, we can mail in games. And you just have to say things like, well, we don't want to get anybody injured this year, this week on your team or ours. Let's just go ahead. We were going to win this game by a minimum of what's the spread? 10? Yeah. So let's just go ahead and save each other a lot of trouble.
The person who's going to be injured is Sam Darnold and Matt Stafford.
God. We get bored.
The players be running for their lives, Ronbo.
Oh God! Because like the Dodgers this year, I'm saying, I said, what are you gonna do? That's the Yankees of modern day. They've got all the money. They just added what's that other kid that's batting right behind Shohei. I said, if I was another team in MLB, I'd be crying about that. They don't have a hard cap in baseball.
No, they don't.
It's Jesus Christ. But Matty, go ahead. What are you thinking about what we're doing
money's
now?
silly over there. I'm excited about what's to come. I mean, I've always respected Garrett's game. So, I mean,
he's an animal. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, the guy doesn't.
He likes Brock.
Yeah, he does. That was pretty funny, huh? He finally got to Brock one time in that game, which says a lot for our offensive line. But I mean,
Well, just watching the little clip of them like bantering back and forth right before the next play. It's just so lighthearted. Like they're just, it's just funny, man. I enjoyed it.
Brock does that though. Remember that guy that was that an Eagle? Brock ran out of bounds. I think Brock tried to fake like he was going to run the ball, and then he stepped out of bounds. And then the Eagle went with him, and Brock tapped him on top of the head and smiled.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
I said, Brock is just a nice guy. Man. You can't hit him hard. You just take him down. You're not going to try to kill him. He's not that kind of guy.
No. Yeah, even Myles Garrett put him down pretty easy, man.
Yeah. So
like literally, there's very much. There's a lot of intent in that not to hurt him.
I like that. It shows Garrett's got class, and I like that.
Yeah. Well, and you can do that, and you can come. You can still have a successful sack, and do that, and be very mindful in that sense. Like you're just football smart too.
Yeah. Shit, because
intelligence.
Because there's a lot of a-holes around the NFL that do stuff like that.
Yeah.
We have one of them, exactly. Greenlaw can really be a jerk when it comes to making, but I like it. I don't like the flags, though, Matty. That's 15 yards. Dre, Jesus.
Dre, come on.
Dre doesn't see boundary lines when he makes plays. He doesn't know whether he's out of bounds or not. All he knows is this guy has got to be terminated. But I like that. I really do.
He's gonna tighten it up. He's gonna get his shit together because he's got He's got Fred Warner to
Matty, we lost your connection.
Nope.
No, there you are.
You just hear me?
Yeah.
I was going to say Greg Greenlaw's going to tighten up because he's got Fred Warner to look up to.
And you know what? He's Fred likes what he does though. See, because Fred can then go into a rover position. Because anything that's coming in that direction at all, Dre's going to handle it. He does not need Fred. Meanwhile, Fred goes back in. You want to throw the ball? Remember that year that Fred had all those INTs? And Dre Greenlaw was just like a machine past the line of scrimmage and sometimes before. Woo!
They'll be doing it again. Well, they got a lot of. They can just look at each other, man. It's like an unspoken communication.
Yes, they even said that themselves.
So I'm excited to see what's to come, man. And then we haven't even got to the draft yet, dude. I mean, shit, man.
Hey, Matty, you know the
already, things are looking up.
This is going to be an exciting draft because the 49ers are really doing their homework on it. They're busting ass this year on everything. You see what they did with the free agency? You know, they're experimenting. They're looking to go to the next level, which is saying a lot for Shanahan because. And then you're talking about the draft.
I'll bet you Ricky Pearsall, I'll bet you he gets better being around Mike Evans.
Ricky Pearsall, man, he is the X factor. Now
he's going to level up.
Yeah, because we all know what to expect from the other guys on the team, but Ricky Pearsall is that special talent that the only reason he hasn't delivered is due to pain. If he can get past that, it's going to be sick how easy this is going to be.
Oh yeah.
Because you're going to get single coverage.
But we have a lot to look forward to.
Oh, God. You're not going to be able to single.
Yeah,
with Mike out there, you're not going to be able to single cover. You got, no. There's no single coverage. Or double
and then
coverage.
You got Kittle out there, too?
Oh, God, yes. Ooh,
McCaffrey on the field, Kittle on the field, Mike Evans on the field, Ricky Pearsall on the field. Like, who do you cover?
God. Matty, we gotta go. Production said you guys get together. It's always like this. Man, I love you, man. Hey, I'll be back soon.
Love you too, bro. Man, I can't wait. I'm glad you're back, dude. We need you, bro.
Thanks, fam. I see you soon.
Absolutely, dude.
All right.
Night, bro.
Night, Matty. Pablo! How cool
Ronbo.
is it? Hey, Pablo! Haven't talked to you man, Pablo. I remember you from a long time ago. How you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing, Ronbo?
Doing great, man. Because, right now being a 49er fan is so goddamn exciting. I was excited last year, Pablo, when we picked up some draft picks. I get excited because I said, man, these boys, we're going to kick some ass this year. And we were 12-5. We were supposed to go 12-5. Now, Pablo, what are you thinking, man?
Well, last year we had a lot of injuries, and it's just overcurring thing every year with us. It's just unbelievable. And we went 12-5 because of Robert Saleh and that defense. And I don't get it, Rumble. Why does Kyle let the defensive coordinator play rookies, but he doesn't play them on the offense, or the wide receivers especially? I don't get it. I don't understand what's his thinking. Let them play, let them learn, let them get some experience.
That's true. But Pablo, last year all we had was rookies on defense for the most part. We just had babies and youngsters. And like you're saying, Saleh knew how to put them in position to win. With the offense now, see, Pablo, you can't get Mike Evans, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Trent Williams, Brock Purdy, this Christian Kirk. These guys are polished pros. So, your kids got to take their time and learn. It's good for them for 1 year. But like you're saying, don't leave them on the bench forever. I don't even know what Collins can do. He's been with us for how many years, bro? 3? I mean, it's you're right about the wide receiver situation. They need to play more.
Yeah, and then the thing that bothers me the most is the offensive line. And we have Trent Williams, of course, the Hall of Famer, but the rest of the guys, it's always been like this with Kyle, that he doesn't, get real good offensive an offensive line for the quarterback to have time to throw the ball. He has like 1 or 2 seconds at most, and he's getting hit over and over. And the run game is not what it's supposed to be, because
especially last
that's
year.
not addressed like it's supposed to be,
See, they're trying to make adjustments now because they got some new offensive linemen. So you also, Pablo. A lot of times it takes an offensive line. Continuity is a very serious thing with the offensive line. They need to play together for a while. If you keep putting new bodies in every year, they'll all look like crap. But these guys, McKivitz, Brendel, Trent, Pooney, they know each other really well. It should be, by that theory, better than last year even.
Yeah, and I'm really sad that we lost Robert Saleh because I don't know about Raheem Morris. I mean, he's a good coach, but he's no Robert Saleh, and
no.
Hopefully, we keep the same intensity on the defense and we stay healthy. That's the number one thing. We gotta stay healthy, or else we're not gonna make it to a Super Bowl.
No, it's always.
And
about
I wish we would have made it this year. It would have been perfect to win it in our home. It was there, but it's just too many injuries and it just kills us every year. It just kills the spirit of the players and the fans, and it's depressing, But
maybe this year we got more depth this year. We got guys that come in behind guys and maintain the intensity. But I don't know. That never seems to work because we had 2 and 3. We had backups of the backups playing last year. Damn.
Yeah, what do you think about the draft? I mean, I don't trust John Lynch at all. He just made so many strikeouts on the draft. We had some hits with Warner and Kittle and here and there, but it's mostly misses, and mostly air balls on the draft.
Air balls,
especially in the first round. It's just it's just not looking so good. I think John Lynch had too many concussions playing as a safety. He's just he's just not the guy for to be a GM. I think, I don't know.
He got your boy Dinero Pinheiro.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, we got a field we got him.
Hey, Pablo, you know what though? Think about some other teams around the league though that really mess up. See, when you think about how our personnel looks versus most teams in the NFL, there's only 2 or 3 teams that are doing better. The draft is really hard, fam. It's like this kid looked like he was tearing ass at school, man. He was all this, he was all that. He walked around the campus. He was a big man on the campus. Everybody knew him. And he comes to the NFL. You know what's going to be funny? Because what's his name? He came out of Indiana. When the Raiders pick him up, is it Fernandez? What's the quarterback's name?
Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah, he's the guy, right? For Fernandez. Guy was all world, right? If he goes in and messes up with the Raiders are going to be pissed. And that's what I'm saying. This happens every now and then. Guy's just awesome, but not at the pro level. So, it's tough. Tough to draft is tough.
Yeah, it's because, they're from college and the NFL is much more high speed and more experience, and that's why they have to put a veteran so they could learn a year or two. When they're thrown into the fire, most of them crash and burn, because it's too much for them.
I agree. And that should be, every quarterback in the league should be a rule. Don't bring a quarterback in and ruin him by throwing him out there and not knowing what the hell's going on. And he starts developing bad habits. He starts looking fearful, starts looking at the defensive, looking at the line of scrimmage instead of looking downfield. It can get really bad. I mean,
Yeah, like you mentioned that there's a couple good teams that are really good in the draft, and I think 2 of them are in our division. That's the worst part, that we have to keep up with them,
I know. The Eagles, the Shams are doing better recently, and the Hawks just went nuts. God dang.
Yeah, they rebuild that team. They rebuild that team in 2 years. We gotta learn from them.
I know, man. Pablo, appreciate you, fam. Gotta hear from you more often. Hey, I'll be back Sunday if you got time.
Yeah, I'm always watching on YouTube. I'm always watching
fam.
you, Ronbo.
Hey, appreciate you,
All right,
Pablo.
see you later.
All right. Night,
All right.
man.
See you.
Aaron! Ow! Yeah, it's funny, too. I mentioned Indiana. Who in the world would have thought Indiana would come in and win the national championship? You know what's really funny right now? Indiana, I don't know what's going on in Indiana, but Indiana's, you watching the March Madness? Indiana's in the mix. When's the last time when Indiana was in the mix? Hey, Aaron.
What's up, Ronbo?
And I'm just looking at some of the things that are going on and trying to figure out what the 49ers. Half the fun of the 49ers is watching and seeing what are they doing? What do you think the plan's going to be? And then we look at the plan, we say to ourselves, oh? And like Pablo just said, yeah, man, we come in looking good, man. And then as soon as the injuries come over, halfway through the season, we're dead meat. How come that? Aaron, what do you think is going on with what the 49ers are doing right now?
I mean, to me, I think they're kind of maybe I would say add more depth to the O-line.
Yeah, but I think some of those guys could go into challenge too. See, McKivitz is okay. In fact, the league ranked PFF gave him a high grade, eh? But we're watching him every week. So 49er fans are not going to give McKivitz a high grade. He's okay. But a high grade? And Pooney's a badass, no doubt about it, which is probably why McKivitz is so good or how they rate him so high. Brindle is, but left of Brindle, we didn't have a left guard. We got one now, possibly. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of wishing that the 49ers maybe draft a guard maybe in the second round or maybe fourth round. Or possibly third.
But you know what?
So,
Aaron, don't you want to? We got to get somebody. The 49ers, if they're going to go that early, get a tackle. Trent Williams, ideally, you get a tackle in there now and let Trent Williams groom him. He could be Trent's understudy for 2 years or so. Because I know Trent's probably a 3-year contract, but just get somebody who can learn from one of the all-time best. Boy, that would just do it.
Yeah.
Come in around 22, 23. God dang.
Oh, yeah. He can.
About 320.
Oh, yeah. He can come in and learn. Yeah.
Reminding you of Quinnen Williams? Not Quinnen Williams, but Quinnen. What is that? Who was that? That guard that played with the Colts that everybody wanted? But he went. What?
Oh, Quentin Nelson.
Nelson. Didn't Nelson go number 2 in the draft that year? Who picks up an offensive lineman at number 2? God, he was a badass. He still is. You don't hear much about him anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe they could draft an offensive tackle, to play left guard maybe for like a year or two, and he can learn from Trent Williams. So yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it.
It's a delicate process. You need to keep out your most experienced guys out there, but like you're saying, the new kids gotta get some work. I don't know what goes on in practice, but it seems like some of our guys get a lot of work in practice. So
yeah,
because you look how man, who would have thought that Mac Jones would learn that offense that quick? Mac Jones. Boy, I tell you what, I got to be selfish, eh? I don't care about Mac Jones staying with the 49ers for another 3 years. Throw that Mac Jones, man.
Ooh, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Mac Jones comes out there in the field looking like he's been with the 49ers for years, Jack. Oh, I didn't see that coming. But Aaron, go ahead, fam.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be... I'm pretty sure he's staying because.
Oh no, he is. They're not gonna trade him. You'd have to give up. If you trade for Mac, you got to give up a whole lot more than you want to.
Oh yeah, at least maybe that second round draft pick.
Minimum.
Yeah. So yeah, and as far as our wide receivers, we got Mike Evans, Christian Kirk, Ricky. If he can stay healthy, man, he can play. Man, his route running is so filthy, man.
When he's healthy, because last year I didn't even know who that was. He was burning in game 1. That was the Hawks' #1 dude out there. I didn't notice that until midway through the game. I said, wait a minute, ain't that? Damn, Ricky makes him look like a fool out there. Wow. So and we got to go, fam. Hey, I'll be back Sunday looking for you. I'll see you next as we continue to whoop Rudy's ass every time he comes over to us.
Yes, sir.
He's a fool.
All right, Ronbo. Have a good night.
You too, Aaron. Appreciate you, fam. Hey, yo, Jack.
There goes.
Wait. I forgot how we did this.
Garrendo.
That's right. Hey, Jack, you mentioned Garrendo. He ain't going to get a lot of burn, but I would stop with trying to make him a running back. Garrendo, I'd put him at a wide receiver on certain plays.
I'd put him at a fullback. I'd turn him into Delaney Walker 2.0. There's a lot of things you could do with that cat.
He's too fast.
You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of speed, burst,
right?
Talent.
If he gets a step on you,
he might even be a fucking linebacker with that build.
Yeah, he's pretty. He
Strong
looks pretty
safety
tough.
or something. Shit, anything's possible. But I just think, man, one thing, Ronbo, that he should not do or they should not do this year is draft a fucking running back.
They're already looking at one. I read it just the other day. I said, "What you looking at him for? Don't wasting time. Look at somebody you need to get."
You got so many options at undrafted free agents that turn into the Cheetah or Moser and Raheem Moser and all of them. So we don't need all that this year, man.
That's always been the case.
Talking about the draft, I'm sorry, but on the tape don't lie, Ronbo. On this show, I was the only man in the entire world. They called me crazy. They called me bananas and all this stuff, and you know what I'm saying? That said Malik Neighbors is better than Marvin Harrison Jr. And look what he did, folks, without a fucking quarterback, Ronbo. At least
Jack's right.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
He does this all the time.
Had what's his name? Kyle Murray. I mean, come on, folks. But anyways, I'm going to give my draft pick in about a week's time. So I'm just chiming in, Ronbo. But, yeah, man, listen, I took a year off, Ronbo. I know you took a little time off, too. But I took a year off. I met this monk in Nepal, and he convinced me, this monk, we were so close to Mount Everest, folks. And he told me, just reset yourself, take 1 year off of everything that you do. And it just, I'm in a whole nother lane. I got so many businesses going on from Europe and everything. And it's done miracles for me, Ronbo.
Well, good. And sometimes those kind of adjustments, they work out just like that. I've seen it.
And that's why today, folks, Ronbo got 5 British pounds. But
thanks, Jack.
But listen, give me a Samoan. Can I get like a Samoan strong? Know that I'm half Samoan, folks, half Punjabi and half Samoan. But can I get like a Samoan brother at center, Ronbo? Somebody that just got that extra strength
and natural warrior mind. I always say that. If I had my whole offensive line was Polynesian players, I'd be delighted.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, we got dudes like Chris Jones coming in at Purdy, a la the Super Bowl when he was unblocked. Can we get somebody strong just to throw him off?
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Rush.
Exactly. I'm so tired of Chris Jones. Chris Jones ruined both Super Bowls for us. Both. Him, one by himself. God, how is that possible?
And that's what I want this year. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. I want, whether it's first or second round, get us somebody, a manimal. Mama, there go that man type of strength that's gonna just hold that damn line. We're sick of these weaklings that he's getting by with. I get it. We got to pay Purdy and Bosa and all this stuff. But, man, we got to get some strength right in the middle and the left guard, man. So I'm hoping for somebody that's just got that extra strength or whatever. But finishing it up, Ronbo.
Man, that's not working.
Last time we went to the bowl, Ronbo, Bosa had what's his name next to him? Hargrave. He had a Hargrave next to him. And now, you know what I'm saying? No.
The dude he's got with him now
Osa
is definitely better than Hargrave.
He got burst. He got burst, Ronbo, and that's going to open up a lot of stuff. So, and Greenlaw and motherfucking Warner, it's going to be crazy, dog. It's going to be crazy. So I'm getting back into the set where I can wake up and have some enthusiasm when I'm talking to you. So look forward to next week, folks, because I'm going to get my draft pick, and it's going to shock everybody. Ronbo's jaw is going to be dropped to the floor like motherfucking
I won't be surprised, Jack,
because
every year in fact, I'm going to take note and make sure, because Jack's picked out. Remember that year that you said get that wide receiver the Steelers picked up? I kind of agreed.
Pickens. George Pickens. I said we could have had George Pickens.
This is not.
That was like the closest thing to T.O. we could have got, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, listen, keep it going, man. Keep it going.
Oh, that's right. Early today for Jack.
Just
all right,
don't
Jack.
get a goddamn runner.
Don't get a runner. Got time Sunday. All right. Have a great night, Jack. A great day. He's just getting started. All right, Jack. William Roberts believes we're going to draft a linebacker. William, you know what? Okay, because Nick Martin, the hope is that Nick Martin can watch Dre Greenlaw work. They have similar skill sets in the way that they're both fast and can get to that runner. And remember last season preseason, the exhibition game? I kept saying there was this one kid that was in on every play. I said, guys, what's Nick Martin? I forgot what it was. Who is that? Yeah, that's Nick Martin. Is that the guy we just drafted? Damn. He's got a nose for the ball like a bloodhound. Hey, yo, Jeremy. Oh, I'm sorry. Eric.
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, Mr. Super Bowl, you, man.
What's going on, pal? Hey, I got, that would be Otis Jones the fifth that bleep you. I researched that.
Wait a minute, Otis Jones. Where have I heard that name, Otis Jones?
Otis. E-A-O. Honest.
Oh, Otis Jones.
No, E-A-O-N-E-S-T.
Oh, Ernest. Ernest Jones.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, who is Ernest Jones?
Yeah.
Eric,
I think he's like a linebacker. You would tell me, you were saying that
oh, the guy that was flipping off the rest of the world for doubting. Oh, that's your linebacker. Exactly. I forgot. That's right. That is his name. I forgot about. Yeah. See, this is the thing, there's no more humble in sports. You get up and say what you're feeling. I'm not mad at that. Because
I know.
that generation, they have a way of expressing themselves. They don't really care what you think about it. They're going to do it. It's like I don't know. It's just, it's different. Because, I mean, maybe, you know what? If you're a football player, any professional sport, and people always say things to you like, nah, you guys haven't got a chance, man. Rams going to take you out this year or whatever, And then, you get to that point. I could tell them all to either kiss my or bleep you, Now my chance to get it off my chest. You want them to know how you feel about their judgment. Yeah, I understand it, though. So.
Yeah. Now that would be interesting. I heard you guys talking about Myles Garrett tonight. Maybe coming to San Fran.
Yeah.
How about this idea, okay? So in all of this, you move Nick Bosa to defensive tackle, Myles at wide end, and then you make a deal with the Raiders and you bring in Max Crosby at left end. That would be a very deadly combination.
What's funny? But Eric, this is that time of year that really pisses me off. And you know why? Because the media is going hog wild, keeping everybody's attention. Do you know that Crosby's still in the mix to leave the Raiders? And I said to myself, okay, he failed a physical. I mean, but the Ravens did him wrong. Why would you guys do that? So, Max will remain in conversation until he can't be, and they'll run that as long as they can. And we're still hearing about Nick's brother. Joey's still coming to San Francisco.
Oh, wow.
I said, you know what, guys? Everybody thinks so except for Joey. So to me, that's just a dead point. And leave it alone. Myles Garrett, I'm standing looking at a photo of him on my dailies. Myles Garrett is a possibility and still in the mix to come and say, no, he's not. Stop it. But then I didn't know about what Jack was just talking about. I didn't know that the Cleveland DC got all pissed off and left. Myles liked him to the point where he's Myles. Look, if he's leaving, I'm leaving. Cleveland, can you imagine being a Cleveland Browns fan? To be a Browns fan.
If they get rid of Myles Garrett,
might have a choice.
They're already angry at the world anyway. If they get rid of Myles, it's going to be
terrible.
And, all of the higher ups, they better have security 24/7 because they're going to be coming for them.
You know what? Browns fans are so used to that. I don't think they take the Browns seriously in Cleveland. Ohio has the Bengals, Ohio State.
Oh, yeah.
Do they have
and I tell you, and if by some miracle it only takes a fourth or whatever to get Max Crosby, that defensive front will just be absolutely crazy.
This is why if I was an owner, I would not run my team like this. Are we going to get rid of him? I just tell my GM, are we going to move him? Yeah. Listen, do me a favor. Don't take 6 weeks to move him. All right. In fact, and I know what you're thinking. Can you do your job? Yeah, you can do your job. But listen, don't drag this out because my experience has been, in the end, it just makes matters worse. We end up with some deal we don't want because we ran out of time, or the player's so disgruntled that he's useless to us. Just have that all figured out. I really think sometimes I could run a team better than a lot of guys around that own teams around the league. And GMs, I would make a fool out of at least 2 GMs every year. Some of them are just really ridiculous. Myles Garrett. And I feel bad for Myles because he's just over there because he's getting paid. What would it be like to pay for just a paycheck? You're not paying for the glory. You're just paying because they paid me so much I got to stay here. Oh, that sucks. Oh, Eric?
Yeah.
We're having such a good time. Production pointed at me at the time. But I'll see you Sunday.
I'll be here, bud.
I know it, Eric. Appreciate you, too.
Have a good night, buddy.
You too, Eric. Hey, yo, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo. Hey, Tony Ray, congratulations. I see you got one of our running backs. That's all right. That's good.
Oh, yeah,
You
man,
lost one.
Yeah, you got Brian.
Yeah, I mean, that's good for Tony. That's good. So now we'll see now.
And Brian's probably better running back than we know about because he didn't get a lot of run. Nobody's going to run a lot behind Christopher McCaffrey. So, yeah, good luck to him.
No, I think he's going to have better chance with Atlanta than he would with San Francisco. A lot of you look at it, since the EMC's with us, a lot of these running backs that we get sit there and look pretty. They don't do that much.
Every week, yeah. They get to work out in practice, scout team.
Yeah, they don't do nothing. Since CMC came, all these running backs, Kyle needs to split the reps and let these other running backs play, man. Get these one, like how Detroit does it, and all these other teams do. Atlanta, okay, and I don't know.
It's so funny you
mentioned. And then you
that.
said something about Garrett coming with us. That's like you said. I mean,
I don't feel like getting my feelings hurt.
Is San Francisco really going to pull the trigger to go after him? I don't know if they're going to give up first-round draft picks. I don't know.
Wait, who? Who are you talking about?
Guy from Cleveland you're talking about.
Oh, Miles.
Yeah, Myles Garrett. And then I know Eric said about getting Crosby, the guy from the Raiders. That could be a dream for 49er fans, but you're not going to get two guys like that. There's no way.
Well, you can't pay one, but even if you did, you can't afford them.
No way you're going to get two. One is probably it. I think the guy from the Raiders will stay until the trading deadline comes. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Well, he's damaged goods. I mean, when you hear about if they need help over in Baltimore and they just told Max, "Oh, sorry, Max, we can't do it."
Sorry, Max. Go back home. Go back to Las Vegas. We don't need you, sir. We don't need your service. Imagine how messed up that is.
It is.
It is messed up. I mean,
man, Max doesn't want to be with the Raiders. Right? Yeah. Hey,
I
Mike,
wouldn't want to beat the Raiders. Who wants to play for the Raiders? You'd be crazy. Them in the phone. That's like suicide right there. I feel sorry for Mendoza when he gets drafted by the Raiders. I feel sorry for the quarterback getting drafted by him. I feel sorry.
What? Fernando, they might build intelligently around him. If they do that,
let's see.
He can play. I saw enough of him to know he can play.
Let's see if the Raiders do it. Let's see if the Raiders will do it. If they don't, that's just going to be another failure.
We'll see if the Raiders do it. A GM and losing like that every year. I couldn't stand it.
And in Vegas, you're in Las Vegas, where all the money goes. With the gambling, you got an NFL team that crappy, and you're gonna bring the A's there. Watch the A's be crappy too when they move there.
Then they'll start blaming it on the A's and the Raiders. They ruined Oakland.
The Vegas Knights and the WNBA Aces are the only two Vegas teams that are good. Raiders stink. A's stink.
I blame the Raider fans. But I don't know what's going on with the A's. The A's were good once upon a time.
I don't know if Nikita told you when I went out to eat today, all right? I guess across the hall, down there, they had a guy and a woman getting married. I said, oh, okay. He had a brown jacket. I said, one of the guys, well, what's this guy's name? Romero. Like Rudy. I said, the only Rudy I know is a Rams fan, but a Browns fan named Romero, a.k.a. Rudy? I said, I'm about to ask him, are you related to that clown on fucking X? But I don't want to get, you know what I mean? You get mad. I don't want to get embarrassed with his wife.
No. There's a lot of guys named Rudy.
So that Browns jacket, I said, boy, take that Browns jacket and get rid of it. I told his wife, you're marrying a Browns fan. That's classic. She says, I know. As a 49er fan, that's what I suffer.
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
Even if you're a fan of that team, you're below my standard. Michael, what do you think with the 49ers now? You've seen some things they're doing. How are you looking at that? Is that sitting well with you?
I mean, I just can't wait for the draft to come because, you know what I mean? That's the key. How are we going to do in the draft? You know what I mean? Who's going to be our first pick in the first round, number 27? Are we going to go up the draft, or are we going to trade back to get picks? That's what I wonder,
Well, with 27, actually it would behoove you to move back.
There might be teams that might take that pick to go after a quarterback, like the Jets. No, the Jets will get the quarterback at number 16 from Alabama. Well,
yeah,
you got teams in the second round that might want to move up the first round. There's going to be teams that want to move up.
Yeah, especially if they've already had a first-round pick. And then they come and get your 27.
Have a first-round draft pick like Atlanta. Maybe Atlanta might do something.
Yeah.
Maybe Atlanta might offer something to the 49ers. Remember, we got their former coach. Maybe maybe they'll talk.
I don't know.
We don't know.
And do you wonder sometimes how many GMs are friends around the league, and that they do talk?
Yes. Oh yeah. It depends on the draft. That's the key, Ronbo. Draft. We did some of the free agents, and I don't know, but that Bosa. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna get the other Bosa. I don't think he's.
Joey feels like he needs to get paid. He's not interested. Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got to,
He's at the end of his career. He's going to want to get paid as much as possible. He's not interested in giving any team any breaks.
And I've heard too. You know what the Rams might do for a backup quarterback?
What?
There's talks about bringing the backup quarterback from Tennessee, the ex-Kentucky quarterback, to the Rams. Levy, Levi, former first-round draft pick.
I forgot all about him.
He might go to the Rams.
Hey, why did Jimmy leave?
Well, you got to look at it. You got a young guy that could be a third-string quarterback. So what does that mean?
Well, they already got him. They got Stetson Bennett Jr.
Yeah, but maybe he'd be go. Maybe the other guy might go. I don't know. Maybe Jimmy or him might go, and they'll bring.
I really hated that Jimmy's playing for that friggin' team. Anyway,
I think Jimmy's going to go to another team. I think Jimmy's going to leave.
Or just
back up somebody.
Stay in Hollywood, but go.
Maybe go to the Raiders to help out Mendoza.
No, he can't go back to the Raiders.
So we'll go back there. Who can he go to grooming on the rookie quarterback? Not the Jets.
Throw it out. The Jets. That is funny. Jimmy with the Jets. Jimmy and the Jets.
Jimmy and if you go get to this one page, Jimmy and the Jets, like Gino and the Jets.
Michael, we gotta go. I'll see you Sunday.
I will, Robert. I'll send the kid. Right. I will definitely send the kid. Shout out to all my 49 families. See you guys Sunday.
Looking forward to it, Michael. Night, fam. Yo, E.
Ronbo.
Here's the thing, I was to read. Filthy Casual says Myles Garrett plus Mac Jones equals Super Bowl. I'm not sure what Filthy Casual is sending him. Is he sending our guy to Cleveland, or is he sending Mac Jones to Cleveland? Miles. Oh, I see. He's getting rid of Brock, Myles Garrett, and Mac Jones. I got you. Okay.
Whoa, you getting rid of Brock?
Must, because Myles Garrett isn't interested in Mac Jones coming to where he is. Imagine Myles Jones. I'm one of the greatest in the world, and I play in Cleveland. We're not going anywhere. I'll be retired, and the Browns will still be trying to figure it out. Can you imagine that? I feel bad for him.
Oh, go ahead.
He's paid a lot of money, so you can't feel too bad for him, but that's just kind of unfortunate.
I'm kind of focused on the defensive line is super pampered.
Our defensive line?
And ours. Like, we keep trying and trying. Like you said, we don't do no offensive lines. We don't know our running backs at, because I'm mad Garendo didn't play all year. We don't really know our wide receivers at, because we got two new ones, and we don't know what they're going to do with a 49er helmet on.
Boy, you make a good point. Can you imagine being on a quiz show or game show, $50,000 prizes? You've got 15 seconds. Can you name the entire wide receiver room for the San Francisco 49ers? Tick tock, tick tock. Could you do it?
Yeah.
In my mind, I think we got at least 10 or 15.
I thought we only had 8 right now.
We passed 8 a long
or
time
7.
ago.
We got 7 or 8 right now, I think.
No. You're forgetting some guys we haven't seen in a couple of years. You know what?
That's what in a couple of years.
Because you got Jordan Watkins and Cowan.
I've seen Cowan on a practice field 2 years in a row.
He can't. His hamstrings.
With his shirt on.
Year. Oh, yeah.
He had hamstrings in practice.
The thing is, guys who got great speed they've got no durability when it comes to running. The human body's not meant to move like that and suddenly stop. I'm just convinced of that. If you run close to a 4.3 or anything like that, the stress on that hamstring just ain't gonna happen. All of them have the same injury. That's why I come to that conclusion.
So we jumped and said we want faster and younger to get more injuries. With being faster,
4.4 is fast enough. Anybody less than 4.4 is going to pull that hammy. So if he can run a 4.4 and run great routes, that's for me. I'm tired of the speedster going downfield and pulling up lame, and he's going to do it at some point.
I ain't seen him going downfield though. I never seen some of them get on the field.
Collins, I've never seen him either. Watkins played a great play last year. Opening of the preseason, made a great play. Came down hurt. I said, how they go down. He's done. And sure enough, he was. Never came back for the rest of the season.
And he was right, like the running backs. We counting on the rookie James, I'm guessing.
Jordan.
Because once again, I don't know what he's doing with Garrett, and I don't want to see CMC with 400 touches.
You know what? I hope him and Jed and everybody got into an understanding about that. He doesn't. Don't overwork him. We're paying him way too much money.
That made no sense.
Kyle has trust issues with certain players to get certain plays done the way he wants them done. I understand what he's doing.
Yourself.
But just it's your fault if your other players can't keep up. So maybe you need to get them up to speed.
You brilliant. Be brilliant. Like, this shit, how you pick a player and he don't play in 3 years, and then when he play in 3 years, you end up cutting him or something?
Because he comes out after 3 years and pulls a hammy and out for the rest of the season.
Come on. And then, on the defensive line, only thing I'm pointing is we had three defensive linemen last year. We drafted, we just traded for one. Now we're going to draft one? All of them can't play?
That's what they call bringing in camp competition. This is going to make you play your best football.
No, we need starters. We need dogs. We need somebody going to be out there. I forgot how many plays it is, but 50 to 60 plays.
Mm-hmm. You don't know if you got a dog until after you get out there, though. So you got to go get him. That's why the draft is always a shot in the dark. You hope you got something there.
Yes, it is.
He looks great in school.
It is. They made a thing at ESPN. They said now they thinking they got a regiment that the NFL companies or businesses is picking up players, but it's already done it. They trade their draft picks for players who's been in the NFL already.
What are you talking about?
Who has done it?
Are you talking about? You're not talking about college football.
From NFL teams are picking up players from NFL other teams instead of trying to go through the draft. They trade their first and second draft pick for a player what's done it already.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't feel like waiting for him to develop. I mean, we're trying to get this done now. Yeah.
We got red shirts and all this other stuff. If you put a red shirt on another person, I'm really mad. And let's see, the fourth rounders, all four of them ain't gonna play unless they're offensive linemen. Maybe. You put any other position, I don't think none of them fourth rounders are gonna play.
Though, fourth and fifth round, most of the guys at 49ers that are worth a damn are from those 2 rounds.
Watch.
I don't know about this year.
Watch. That's why I said we doing it kind of backwards. But like I said, our defensive line is good. Our linebacker is good. If the coach mess with the safeties, they could be good because they're young. All 3 of them, Siegel, 27 and 0, I guess it is the ones I'm talking about. 6.
The one
Mustafa.
Mustafa, and also the other
now
we picked up from Penn State.
Yeah, now they putting our rookie, our cornerback in second, and Green is on the bench.
Okay, you know what? Don't close the book on that. Let's see what happens. Green is a cornerback. Green's in a doghouse for one thing. He's got to get himself out of that, or get.
I'm a grown man making $1 million. If you mention a doghouse to me, I will slap Kyle.
Yes, You remember Kyle was livid with him last year. I don't know what he did. People said he did something, maybe cause a foul or something in good flag. I still don't
They
know.
was fighting. They
Oh,
did some TikTok thing when they went back and forth, him and the wide receiver. And then when they got to each other, he got a 15-yard penalty.
See, Kyle hated that. But, E, we got to go, fam. Let me. I'll see you Sunday.
Love you, Ronbo.
Hey, fam, you don't love
Bang,
Mitchell.
bang, Niner.
Gang.
Yeah.
Night, E.
Let's go. Good night.
Good night, fam. Hey, yo, Brian.
49ers red and gold. I'm still rocking the Niners till I am dead and cold. I screams their name all the way across the Mid-South because the law still says and asks, know your role and shut your mouth. What's up, Rumbo? Long time no see.
In fact, that's so true. Because I've been out, and then when I did get out, you weren't able to
we're
get
going
in.
to put out an APB out on you, brother.
I'll be okay. But thanks for concern.
I mean, with the now, I'm thinking like with the Niners, they're making the moves and they doing the doggone thing. Free agency, they kicking butt. I'm thinking like, where
I know, right?
is Ronbo Sports? Where is Ronbo Sports?
I was watching from before I got tired of some stuff I couldn't get out of. But you mentioned that. You look at this kid, I already call him Bob Jones. Robert Jones, that's a big boy. And we're going to put him on the offensive line? Because you know how Kyle is. Kyle likes his offensive lineman athletic and fast and can get out into space and create that maze for his running backs. So this dude, though, he ain't about. He may be, but his main thing is the maul. When that dude come running up here, make him regret he made the decision to charge at this particular offensive line on this particular day. Yes. Hit him.
I'd say right now, Rumbo, if they could, right now, I think they're gonna two things. I think if they can get a veteran safety, and once again, we're in the market of finding another bookend for Nick Bosa. I mean, we ain't had nobody since D Ford. And I think I think he might have just got off the books. He might have just I think we finally might have got him off the books.
Yeah, because we didn't have nobody. I think he was out there, but he wasn't get playing.
Yeah, so I think if we address those two, everybody else is going to be camp bodies or whatever. Rumbo, let me ask you something. And some things I just wish they would stop. I don't think we're not going to get.
Myles Garrett.
We're not gonna get Myles Garrett.
I know.
I don't care how Chase Sports put it or whatever, all that, and we're not gonna get him. I'm sorry.
I saw it. I didn't read it.
It's not gonna happen.
I see Myles Garrett up on YouTube, any place like that. Man, please stop with this. All right, Myles Garrett is not coming, people. I mean, Schwartz was his coach, though. Apparently, that sounds right. If Schwartz, they abused Schwartz, and Myles looked over and said, "Oh hell no." Okay, I'm leaving. Y'all got to get rid of me too then. But that's loyalty, ain't it?
Yeah, if we were going to get him, we would have gotten him by now. I think we would have got him by now. I just don't think. No, we're not going to get him. We're not. And Cleveland would be stupid if to trade him. I don't care what they did. They will be. You're going to pay him all that money, and then now you're going to, just up and trade him. I'm thinking like,
Brian,
no.
You know what you just said?
Yeah.
Cleveland would have to be stupid. Brian, try to think of another team in the NFL, ownership and all, that's more stupid than the Browns. They were the ones who gave Deshaun Watson all that money. Remember that? Pissed off every owner in the league. And Deshaun played 10 minutes more football and got paid like a king.
I mean, and not to mention not to mention the mirage of quarterbacks that came through with Cleveland Browns organization.
I can't even count anymore. How many?
Yeah.
So
right. So, but I think, and once in a while this year, Ronbo, I think once in a while, this year finally they are addressing the offensive line. I noticed they're making moves. They're making moves on the offensive line.
You're
Finally,
serious. Yeah.
you know. And then I want to piggyback on the caller that said something about um, running backs who are backing up CMC. They're not going to get any. They're not going to get any action. They're going to, just think about it. The guy we had, the running back we had a couple of years ago, CMC came in. We traded him. He didn't get no playing time. I think we traded him to Minnesota. Well, what was his name? Well, I'm trying to think. What
we
was
were
his
furnishing the league with running backs for a while. Remember, every year the 49ers would draft a quarterback in the third round. I said, you guys use a third round on a running back, and now he's not with us anymore? That happened more than once. I think it happened 3 times. Jordan James, they picked him up in the 4th round, finally stopped using that 3rd round for running backs. But rumor is they saw another running back that they're kind of interested. Jordan James is supposed to be the guy the 49ers want to go with to back up CMC. That way, if Jordan can't sit him, say things like, man, I've been in the league now for 5 years and I can do better than this, okay? So if I can't play but once every 2 or 3 weeks, you guys aren't winning, I'm not either.
Yeah. I think if the 2-back system can work in Detroit, surely it can work in Kyle Shanahan's offense. It's only going to further CMC's career. Because you can't do that. You can't give a guy 400. You can't give a running back 400 carries.
And he was catching the ball a lot too. You know what though?
Right,
Brian. That says a lot about CMC. CMC is not human. My God, that's a lot of work.
Right. Yeah,
Jordan Mason was good too. You're right. Jordan Mason was solid.
Right. So
didn't want to use.
But I will give him for probably for the first time in probably about the last 5 years. I will give I'll give Shanahan and the GM. I'll give him an A. I give him an A on free agency. Now if they could, draft wise, I would really like them to get the big tackle out of Alabama. I know he's a big, strong guy. He's athletic. Man, if they get him,
and hopefully he looks like he does at Alabama. But, Brian, we got to roll, man. It's always easy to talk up 20, 30 minutes to football. Let me see you Sunday, though. All right.
All right, Ronbo, shout out to you and shout out to the faithful and shout out to production. Ronbo, don't be gone so long this time.
No, I promise not to do that anymore. No.
And the law is out. And hey, let's get that Trent Williams deal done too. Let's lock that up.
I know it's worrisome, ain't it? All right, maybe by Sunday. All right, fam.
Yeah.
Good night, Brian.
All right, Ronbo.
Thanks, fam. And here comes that man who every time he wants to go someplace, it's usually Dallas, Texas. Living out in New Mexico. Oh, Lorenzo!
Going on, Ronbo. I haven't been to Dallas in probably over 20 years.
You know what, though? They got some good steakhouses. And I got to tell you, Lorenzo, they got the steakhouse in Dallas where if you can eat it all, you ain't got to pay for it. I said, they don't know.
I thought that was in Amarillo.
That's somewhere in Texas.
Amarillo, they got one.
All I know
Texas.
is, you might be right. I thought it was near Houston. Anyway, when I came in, I said, well, they don't know who they're talking to. All right, let's do it. That steak was expensive, but I thought I could kick ass. Lorenzo, they had to carry my ass.
You get it free if you eat it all, I think. Yeah.
Right? But they give you a lot of other stuff before they bring the steak. See, they would have brought me the steak right out. I think I could have won. But they give you bread. And
back in my prime, I'm pretty sure I could have done it.
We all say that until you're on a stretcher being carried out from the restaurant.
Yeah.
But it tasted. Oh, that was good. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I go to a restaurant sometimes, and they'd be like, is this to go? And I was like, no. Do you have a family meeting? And I said, no, that's all mine.
Lay a steak on your. They lay that steak on your plate. It looked like a pot roast.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I never tried that.
Fellas, I could do this too.
Yeah, you got to be just right hungry to eat something like that.
Yeah, you just got to work it out or something. Somewhere between 25 and 35. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
You can't just do it.
Because that's a lot of meat. Hey,
yeah,
Lorenzo.
Fuck that Texas stuff. Fuck them Cowboys, man.
Lorenzo, man, you look at the 49ers. We may see something different this year from the 49ers offense, though, fam. Because they're doing things now that don't look as similar as they have been. So I'm looking, that offensive line, it's going to function differently this year. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with the team. I mean, they're going to be good, but, man, we just got that rotation on them defensive coordinators on. It's a question mark, you know?
Raheem, we might keep Raheem.
We're good. Yeah, we're good. So,
Raheem's been to two other. Wait, Raheem's been two other teams as a head coach. You know what? We may keep Raheem for a good while. I hope he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And Kyle likes him too, because he ain't getting any more head coaching jobs.
Solid lineup, you know.
Solid.
Got a really solid lineup this year. So
yeah. Solid's on his last leg as far as a head coach too. If he messes this up, he won't be able to get another. You don't get to be picked over and over to fail. Mike McDaniel he's done. He'll be a coordinator for the rest of his career. Or not Mike McDaniel.
Sometimes not everybody can be a head coach, you know.
No, it takes a lot more.
As much hate as Shanahan gets, he does pretty good, I think, you know.
Yeah.
But me and you, we kind of see shit kind of real, you know. I mean, sometimes you just like, God damn, you know what? I mean, that's not on Shanahan, you know.
Not all the time. Sometimes some knuckleheads on the field mess up too. So, but everybody says if that knucklehead did that means he wasn't properly coached. I said, no. If anybody's ever played ball, when you mess up, you knew you messed up, and you just messed up. The coach can't help you. Out there on the field, you're pretty much on your own. We've already went through this. We prepared for it. Get it done. You know? Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I got my offensive lineman falling down so Chris can come in and kill us. But as we're about to win the Super Bowl, Lorenzo about to win the damn Super Bowl. And here comes Chris.
Yeah, then another time we have it, and fucking Dre Greenlaw falls down, going out, just, you know, you're like, fuck. Yeah, so it was, you can't just blame it all on Kyle. I mean, shit happens. You know, you got to be kind of realistic about it. You know, you get some people on here, they got fucking, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what game you're watching, you know.
I mean, that's the absolute truth. So that's why when people lay it all on the coach.
I'm excited to see this defense this year.
I know, right?
Again, I'm excited. I was excited last year, and we had youngsters, you know.
They didn't do bad.
Because I kept telling you before preseason, and I said, check them out. These guys are going to grow this year. You watch them. Sure enough, they came on.
I can't wait till this year for that reason. You know, they learned a lot of things.
Now we got reinforcements for those youngsters. You know, they're going to be the main guys here another year or two. You know, I mean, this year, fuck, year or two. You think Alfred Collins not going to get better? Yeah, fuck Alfred. God, that guy. Then with a little help from that Bosa guy.
Oh man, I can't wait to see that action. And then you got also what's his name, Williams, the first round pick. He should be fine. What is he, like 21? Oh no, he's just 20 years old. That ACL or whatever happened to him, I bet he's already at full speed.
Yeah, he'll be good. He's going to be good. I mean, those guys
he'll stop it.
Yeah, each one of those guys are like physical specimens, long arms on every one of them. 3 of them.
Yeah,
that one new guy, 84-inch, 7 foot 2 inches. Golly, you imagine having a wingspan like that?
I mean, it's a condor. So that's why, these the 49ers, they got it all figured out there. You know what kind of personnel you need. So, Lorenzo, look at this, man. Lorenzo, we got to go. And Sooner or later, we got to
You'll
meet
have a
somewhere
good
in
night.
Amarillo
Have
and
a
have
good
that steak.
weekend, you know? Yeah, yeah. But other than that, avoid that Dallas. So fuck them Cowboys, son of bitches. All right, have a good night. Bang, bang. Enjoy your
Not
weekend, guys.
again. All right, Rizzo. Night, fam. I talk about Texas. Bill.
Ronbo.
Bill.
Well,
Man.
there's a lot of good news. There's a lot of bad news. Good news is Crosby didn't go to Baltimore. Henderson did. We have a shot at that. We may not get Bosa because he's wanting money and he's not wanting a ring, so he's going to get his money but not a ring. So if Joey wants a ring, he needs to take a friendly deal for 1 year and see what we do. After that, we don't do nothing, and he can go out and get his money. But he comes in, I guarantee he's going to be elite.
But I don't know why he wouldn't. Why wouldn't $10 million be enough for Joey? It's not like he's been underpaid all his life. You can't hit $10 million this year. Come on, Joey.
Right, because look, you got Greenlaw, you got Fred Warner, I got Oki Sewell, whatever his name, I can't pronounce his name.
Everybody knows who you're talking about. None of us can pronounce.
We got the guy from Dallas. We got Nick Bosa. Then you have Joey Bosa, the Bosa brothers, and then we're going to get some guys in the backfield. The defense is going to be stacked and set. The offense is about to, we got a good offense. We're about to add pieces to the offense and the defense. We are getting Trent back. So what? Why wouldn't you want to come? It's like Seattle's falling off. They losing some key pieces. They got a few back, but they're not going to be the same.
You can never come back from that Super Bowl.
No, and on top of that, the quarterback is already good. He's happy, so he ain't going to worry about doing anything. And then you got the Rams. They're going to fall off. Stafford's getting old, so
Hey, Bill. Let me. As you mentioned the Shams, let me point this out as I did to Rudy. That's 3 times in a row. You're out. They got beat the year before last from the Eagles. They got beat last year, and they got ran out by the Hawks this year. That's 3 strikes. We think you go back 4 times in a row? I don't think so.
No, they're done. They're done. So look for the Shams to have a bad record. And on top of that, since they made the NFC Championship, they're going to have a harder schedule than us.
Oh, yeah.
So
had a longer season.
Yeah. No good season this year for the Shams.
Yeah.
And then you got the Carbs, which are just on rebuild. The Cardinals are on rebuild. So all you got is between the Niners and the Seahawks. Yeah. And what better could you get?
No, Bill, you know what's going to happen to us and everybody else in our division? We're all making jokes about the Cardinals. Watch the Cardinals jump up and bite us all in the ass. I don't know. The Cardinals are looking for a quarterback, though, so it's going to take them at least a couple of years.
Not this year. Maybe next after this Super Bowl, the next 2020, after the 2027 Super Bowl, maybe when that season starts, maybe then. But this year, not so much. Let's calm down. Unless they make a splash move and sign the next best thing of Tom Brady Jr., we have nothing to worry about.
Hey, Tom Brady does have a son. That's right. The Cardinals, I understand, are trying to make some kind of trade to get a quarterback, too. I said, why don't you just get him in the draft? What do the Cardinals pick? They can't pick out of the top 5, do they?
Well, maybe they could, but, maybe they might be dumb enough to get Archibald Manning, who's not that great.
I'm glad you said that, because I'm tired of people talking about how he's okay. I mean, just because his name is Manning?
Do you know he's not biologically a Manning?
Why?
He was adopted.
Are you serious, Bill?
From what I heard, yep.
Only you would come up.
So guess what? He's not going to have the same genetics, so we don't know what we're going to get with him. So he still be questionable till we see it. But if he goes to the Cardinals, he's going to go bust, become a free agent, then he'll end up a free agent, but I don't think he wants to go to Dallas. So look for that.
Jerry
to
wants to
become
come to Dallas too.
right. So I already see some funny stuff happening in the draft. So like I said, I don't see the Cardinals doing anything. I don't see the Shams doing anything, and I don't see the Seahawks being much of a threat. If we add better pieces and if we end up trading for Max Crosby, come on. I don't mind giving a number 1 pick for Max Crosby because here's Ronbo. We never pick good in the first round.
No, I agree. It's not a waste. If you want my 4th or 5th round pick, I got a problem with that. You're right. Because we always do our best picks in those 2 rounds. But yeah, first round pick, go ahead, take this, please, because I'm only going to mess it up.
Yeah, take the first round. We'll take Crosby. And you want a premium player? There you go. There's Ayuk.
Everybody should be calling you GM Bill. Bill.
There's your answer. Honestly, first round and Brandon Ayuk, you're set. You're in rebuild mode. Come on, it's gonna take you. Even if you would get 3 first rounds, you get Ayuk, you got a wide receiver. He'll be your receiver for life. So, come on, man. First round and Brandon Ayuk.
Bill, hey, leave that line open because you're gonna get some calls for that. Bill, we gotta go though. I'll see you Sunday.
Give me another shout out, Ronbo.
Can do. Bill.
Look for it to get crazy in the next 3 weeks. See you later.
Yeah, draft time. Night, Bill. Oh. Charles, get on in there, Charles.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Charles, man, it's just, the 49ers, every year, not every year. Some years we know we're going to get it beat. But this year, man, they have put together an assembly of talent, Charles, in free agency. And Charles, you and I both know, we don't ever go crazy. It's Kyle Shanahan and John Lynchman, we don't go crazy during this time of season. We're waiting for the draft. And we might pick up somebody here and there, but it's not going to be a big splash thing. And I jumped up, went after one of the best wide receivers of all time. I said, what? I thought it was just a joke. So, and Myles Garrett, I'm tired of talking about Myles Garrett coming to San Francisco, but maybe we should take it seriously. But Charles, good to hear from you, fam. I hadn't talked to you in forever. We got some things going on with that offensive line that might mean a little difference in what we've been doing, though. But what are you thinking?
Well, I like Robert Jones. We signed him. I was looking at some tape on him.
That's a strong dude.
I think he can be a really good player if his neck can hold up. But we really haven't made the most important move on the roster yet.
Trent
I'm still
Williams?
waiting for that. We need to get rid of Diamond Lenore. That's what
if you didn't know, Charles and I have had a running argument going on about Demo since his second year when he became into the light. Charles, listen, I'm telling you right now, but it'll make you feel better. There are some guys coming into camp that might give Demo some run.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We still ain't made the most important move, but I love the defensive tackle we traded for. I was really surprised that Dallas
From
Cowboys.
Dallas?
Yeah, I'm like they would actually approve that trade.
Jerry is, he gets rid of Michael, he'll get rid of anybody. And Dak don't know, but he better watch it.
Well, I think Dak, he's safe, man. Jerry Jones is investing so much money in Dak, so he's not going to, he ain't going to mess with Dak, but I was really surprised that he got rid of the defensive tackle he traded us, but I guess, he felt like he can do more, he can do more with a 3rd round draft pick than, with this guy's contract. So I think it was a pretty smart move.
On Jerry's part? On our part, because I can't
I think
understand
it's a really
that.
smart move for both franchises because we were gutted, man.
We needed him,
these rookies. these rookies that we drafted. I mean, I really thought that Collins would come in and make a major impact. I thought he would probably have about 10 sacks
Wait,
his
wait, wait,
rookie
wait.
year, but
Alfred? Hey, whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
Collins.
Charles, let's give him another year now. He didn't get a good spring. He didn't get off to a good start. He didn't get enough work in. And as the season went along, Big Al was doing things not bad. Now wait till this season.
No, he's a bust.
Man, Charles go through this about a player or two every year. Charles Alfred is not a bust. Why do you think so?
I just know. I
All
just
right.
know. He reminds me of Jackson. You know, Jackson we drafted in 2023 in the second round. Was the first
Oh, you
name?
talking about that edge rusher?
Yeah. He reminds me of
Yeah, I
him.
know from USC. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Ain't that kind of
He,
bad?
he reminds me of him. I mean, when I first saw Jackson from USC, I said, "Yeah, he's overrated."
Drake
Because
Jackson.
the talent, it's the talent that he played. And look at the University of
Conference.
Houston, University of Texas. Up until this year, they played really good talent, but last year when Collins was drafted, they didn't play really good talent. So his tape was overrated. I mean, that's what I thought of it, but that's what he's going to be. I think he's going to be a bust.
Okay. Well, I really enjoyed what he did against the Rams or the Shams. So when he put that ball out of Wilson's hand, I mean, it hit him all in the face and everywhere else, and then hit the ball, and we win that game. I'm still proud of him about that game.
Yeah,
So
but
we'll see.
he's not going to be. But we drafted him so he can be a top.
He's supposed to
Get
plug
10
the middle.
sacks,
Yeah.
8 to 10 sacks
From the
a
middle?
game. Yeah, I mean that's what they drafted him. They drafted him so he can be a pass rusher and a run stuffer.
Alfred's pretty long. If anything, you're not gonna be able to throw it over his head. He had a couple of blocks last year too, didn't he? So we'll see. I'm willing to wait for him a minute. Unlike you, who gave him 5 minutes. As soon as he left Texas, you called him a
Yeah, but
bust, Charles.
the reason why I'm calling the bus because he don't have heart.
Well, now, yeah.
That's the issue.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
got it.
he don't have the toughness. He don't have the heart,
You got to be
and
mean.
he's
Else,
he's not gonna do the training, to actually get the toughness that he needs. Because that's what he needs. He needs the heart.
I guess
And he don't have it. You can just tell. I mean, I
I
saw
love
the
when
same
Charles
thing
says this.
with Jackson.
Mm.
He don't have the
Drake
heart.
just can't do no better. But I love when you do this. Okay, you stay in that position. I'm gonna stay. I say Collins is gonna make a splash this year, and that way, as Demo keeps going and Collins both going, I'm saying, Charles, I got you time, boy. That's 2 times. Look at Big
Get a
Al.
dry erase board. Get a dry erase board. Put my name on the board, and what I'm saying, put it up
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
And by mid-season, you gonna see what I'm talking about.
You heard it here
So
first, fam. Alfred Collins is not worth the pick he was in the second round. And Charles says he is a BUST.
Get a dry erase board. Put my name on it.
You give me that's a good idea. I think I might do that. Hang it back here and hold people to things they said. There it is. We wrote it down right there. It's number 2. It says, your name is Charles. Charles has already declared that Alfred Collins was not going to make it with the 49ers at that position he's playing. I like it.
And Demo still needs to go.
All right, we got to go, fam. I'll see you Sunday.
Okay, all right. Love you, Ronbo.
I love you, Charles. Can't wait to argue again. Night, fam. And Charles will be giving me a hard time about Demo for 3 years at least. Demo got paid 3 years ago. Yeah, before that. Papa J, get it and pay. Papa J. He's probably putting down a post. You guys, if you got time, you want to see a real show, come on over to X. follow me because I'm always working Rudy's ass, right? I like to post him up, and because he puts the most asinine things down there. Rudy wants you to give sympathy for the fact that he says that the Shams were they were abused, they were mistreated, and the only reason the 49ers got all those championships is because that was before the cap came in. And so he admits that the Shams apparently didn't have any money or any ability to pick out talent, so that's why the Rams couldn't keep up with the 49ers. He had the gall to admit that. I said, you really? And every championship before the Super Bowl era, we should acknowledge it and count it as well as you count the Super Bowl. So he's got 4 championships, and we've got 5.
Yeah. You know the crazy part about all that is that he says that the 80s and 90s really don't count because it's been a long time. But his 2 championships that were before the Super Bowl that were in the 40s and 50s do count.
Right? They wouldn't even win face guards. None.
None.
And they are the best team in the NFC West, as they are the only ones who have won 2 championships up until this year. 2 championships since the cap era came in. I said, okay, but we've been kicking your butt every year. The record says we are still beating the Rams by a majority count. So you just been sliding by. It wasn't through us that you got all your 2 little puny championships. Granted, the greatest show on turf was good. But I'm not giving Stafford's we escaped because the 49ers took out all the hall competition during that playoff run and gave us a chance, so we had to play just one team and then go right to Joe Burrow with his bad ankle. God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rudy is the type of guy that he grew up in sports and got the consolation prizes, and he's like, yay, look at me. He's got those little plastic little trophies that said, good try, or, thanks for participating. And he's putting it up there like it's a big old championship win, that's the kind of stuff that he does.
He does. I mean, he's walking around with that cigar. He's got a photo. He's sitting in his blue house down in the basement or somewhere, wherever he is. And sitting there looking like, yeah, I'm the shiznit, buddy. How about you, 49ers? Yeah. Rudy, man, you got to be kidding me, man. Give me a break with this mode.
That's right. Pop. That's right.
Pop, we got some things going on with the 49ers. What are you thinking is going to come of this? Because you know what? This is a little different than what we usually do every year. The 49ers looking at offensive linemen that aren't necessarily just felt and fast and get out and create creases on that zone stretch. So what is Kyle up to?
Well, I'm going to be brutally honest. I haven't kept up with the 49ers offseason, and I'm going to tell you why. For the past 6 months, actually, I've been taking care of my mom, helping out my dad with her because she was very sick. Oh. And I'm not. And a month ago, she passed away, and so I've been kind of staying away from everything. I can understand that. God is good, though. God is good because a year ago I was in California and I knew about her sickness, and I was just praying to God that I would be able to get back to Texas in time. And I was praying, saying, at least give me one week with her, But God is so good that he gave me 6 months with her.
All right.
And but yes, a month ago she passed away. So love you, Mom. And so I haven't been really keeping up with the 49ers. Nice. I hear about Bosa. Thank you. I hear about Bosa. That's a great pickup. I hear about Mike Evans. That's another pickup that I feel great about. And what's the other guy's, the other wide receiver? It's slipping my mind right now.
Christian Kirk.
Yes. And I think we're going to do fine. I really believe that we should keep JJ. If we don't get anybody out of the draft, that's a great wide receiver. If JJ can just stick with us for $15 million a year, don't try to go for 20. I doubt we're going to be able to keep him because he's probably going to get top money somewhere else, you know.
No, Pop.
But if
he
sticks with us,
he's still out there.
yeah,
Looking.
yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to pay him that much.
You know what? Desperate teams might. Maybe the Browns. That'd be a good fit for him. Or
oh no, poor
Pittsburgh.
JJ. What if he just wants to get paid?
Hey, money talks. I'm not talking about Super Bowls. You know. I heard you say something about the Cleveland Browns were the worst team in the NFL. You know what? Arizona is the NFC's. Cleveland Browns. That's the way I look at Arizona.
I mean, it's the Browns. But Pop, I just don't know what they're. Well, I'm saying I don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Good Lord.
Nope. And neither does Miami. Did you see Miami? They got so much dead cap. I hear that they're actually filing for Chapter 7. I don't know if you know about that because
I did
they're
not.
so broke right now.
I did not know about that. When is the last time an NFL franchise filed for Chapter 7? I didn't even know they'd be allowed
so much
to.
dead cap.
God, that's just if you don't know what you're doing, just sell your team. Remember how planes were flying over the head of Levi's trying to get Jed to sell a team back when we went through that period?
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Okay. Papa, this announcement just in from Texas boy.
Done that.
I know. This announcement in from Texas boy. Mike Evans really 49ers. He's not going to last. You see, you know my feeling about that, Pop. If Mike's not feeling well, I'm not going to run any plays for him. I say, Mike, listen, here's what you do. Just line up on the field. And how's your leg? You okay? Just break down the field. When you do that, you're going to take some defensive players down with you. They're not going to leave you alone. That way, we're going to be able to operate underneath until they figure things out. Mike Evans he's an intimidator. He's just Texas boy. Even if he's just out on the field standing around chewing gum and not even wearing a football uniform, he's going to freak out every defense on the other side of the field. I love it.
Right. Hey, you know, I got to say something to Texas boy. I'm sorry, I'm not being politically correct here. I mean, Texas pronoun. I got something for you, Texas pronoun, and everybody else. What does the NFL and Brokeback Mountain have in common?
What?
They both have Cowboys that suck.
Oh, that's PC. Incorrect. Oh, that's funny.
But you know who I'm excited about? You know who I'm excited about?
Real quick, because we got to go.
Watch? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In preseason, I really want to see Curtis Rourke. I want to see what the hype is about. Why we gave him that red shirt and held him on through the whole season when we could have picked up somebody else. I want to see what the hype is about. I'm really excited to see about him.
Right, you're right. He was at Indiana before that star that they got now. Anyway, Pop, good to hear from the beginning. And Pop, I'm so sorry to hear about your mom, man. I went through that, and that's it's really uncomfortable. Yes. But you hang in there, buddy. It's going to get you better. No one thing. Mom's never going to leave you, too. Boys are always connected to their parents, especially mom, from the umbilical cord forever. So you'll still be talking to her constantly.
Right, yes, sir. And I'll see her very soon, and she'll be healthy up in heaven, and I'll be up there.
Yeah.
And,
there you go.
It'll be awesome.
Detroit versus everybody.
Detroit versus high school teams, and they still suck.
Bob, I'll see you Sunday. God.
All right, y'all take care.
Night, fam. Hey.
Detroit versus these nuts.
I know, you know. Tony.
Ronbo.
Tony. Come on in, man.
Miles Garrett, hey?
No,
Garrett.
No. You know, that's why I don't take that kind of thing seriously. Well, I'm not about to get my hopes all up and then later on say, come on, man, were you high or something? I'm going to get Miles Garrett coming to San Francisco. The 49ers, they can't pay him anyway.
But the other thing is, Ronbo, like, do you think other teams get a whiff or these people have got inside people running around going, I think these guys are talking to this guy, talking to that guy. You think the Eagles aren't going to be looking at trying to get Myles Garrett? You think the Seahawks aren't going to be trying to look at Myles Garrett? You think the Rams aren't going to be looking at trying to get Myles Garrett?
And if all those people are going to get him, Jerry Jones is going to end up getting him because Jerry doesn't care. He'll pay anything he wants.
Well, what about if he lands at the Seahawks or the Rams?
Not good.
Well, you know what I mean? So if they get an inkling, the 49ers are after Myles Garrett, they're going to make a bid for him, try and get him. No, we don't want him.
Like they did Devontae last year. That shocked me.
Yeah.
I didn't want to admit it.
They look at everything. They think to themselves, okay, if Myles Garrett goes to San Francisco, they could win a Super Bowl with him. We have to wreck that deal. We have to
that's true.
Trash it. You know what I mean?
But I don't know where the money's supposed to come. You know what? I think, was that Jack said earlier? You don't have to pay $9 million on the hit this year. Okay, well, next year comes up. What are you going to do? You going to let him go? Oh,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to have Myles. I'd like to have Myles. He's a guaranteed Super Bowl. Myles Garrett.
God, yes.
Rotational players. Von Miller and Bosa. Joey Bosa. Just those two, just rotational players. Get Myles Garrett. Put the rest of the team together. That's probably guaranteed Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is you have the luxury. If any one of them gets hurt, it's okay. We got plenty of you guys all around the same caliber.
But what are we going to do in the draft? That's the $1 million question. Are we going to waste a third-round pick on a running back or second?
Hey, Tony, I'm looking for a special draft. You know what? Because I didn't see all this coming in free agency either. The 49ers met my expectations and went miles beyond it. Because usually I suspect maybe an A player that I can say, well, good. The 49ers went all out. So look for the draft to be a little special this year, too. It's like, who was that fired? Oh, Jack. Jack has already fired Lynch and Shanahan if they don't come up with some things this year. So maybe they're thinking the same thing.
I mean, we got a good blend of receivers that I call. Remember that year we got Emmanuel Sanders, and he just made that extra little bit of difference.
Yeah, I mean he's good for rookies that year.
Yeah, well, that's the way I look at the dudes that they acquired this year. You know, maybe they're going to make a difference. Yeah,
but they're, Ricky Pearsall.
We're looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, the only youngster in that
and
group,
the icing. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, because with Emmanuel Sanders, he brought a whole new way of thinking because Debo was a rookie that year. Also, Kendrick Bourne was having all kind of problems dropping the ball. They all of a sudden turned into good receivers minutes after he showed up, and I said, what did he do to him? But they look good after that. But with these guys, I got Christian Kirk, I got Mike Evans. These guys are polished. They've already come there. Ricky Pearsall is just a healthy body away from joining the upper echelons of wide receivers in the NFL. I really feel that good about him. He is amazing when he's healthy. So, we got a great wide receiver core. There's a couple more kids.
Yeah, well, when you get used to knowing that you're going to be on the team next year and the year after that and the year after that, your training sessions and your practices, here and there, Ronbo. But when you bring in some veteran competition and some dudes that are going to show your ass up, and that's when you pick up your practice sessions and your training sessions, and you go, shit, if I don't lift my game plan here, I'm going to be in trouble.
All right.
And then that brings the whole team together.
Hey, you don't want to get embarrassed. You got to keep up. I know exactly what you're talking about. Been there and done that too. That's just the thing.
Yeah. So these guys are going to provide that as well. But as I said, the icing on the cake is going to be how we go in the draft. And they've got an opportunity this year to knock it out of the park or fail miserably.
I got to know in between. Come on. Oh, my God. That's going to be the thing.
They've just got to look at what we've got and just work out which players we need to get to complement the ones we already have, offense, defense. I wish they would get a right tackle because that
Yeah, no, but Kivitz, they have one.
That bad stream is going to continue until they do. That people are still going to attack us on that right-hand side, and I just can't believe they're still in denial about it. You know what I mean?
The priorities for the 49ers, and that's what bothers you, me, and everybody else. They're not emphasizing that. They think they've got a bunch of guys in there. Robert Jones might be special. We're going to see. We're going to find out. But,
what about the center, Ronbo? What about running up the gut? And here's a stat. I think that when the first round pick that we had, what's his name?
First round pick.
The guy that got injured, the young kid with the ACL or whatever.
Michael Williams.
Williams. When he was on the field, we were ranked 6th against the run, stopping the run.
And he left, and we went right down into the 20s, maybe worse.
Yeah. So we've got the dudes there. Just got to see what happens in the draft, Ronbo.
It's always a work in progress. Tony, we got to go. But, hey, I'll see you Sunday. And I want to see if you got your ticket yet for the game. I was laughing at what's going on. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that Sunday.
All right, brother. Shout out to Evan Ellis, Big Show, Papa Dragon, 49er Brian, the resident bastard, Smooth Operator, the rest of the crew, and catch you in the next one.
Looking forward to it, Tony. Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
And check out Steven. Yo, Steven. Yo, Steven.
Oh, you did call me. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't hear you. My bad. I thought you were calling someone else. I was like,
No,
hold
Steven, come on in, man.
Wait. Okay, so I saw what you posted on Instagram. I gotta agree. I do think Nick Bosa is a little overpaid only because.
But nobody's ever publicly called it out like that.
I'll tell you why. Because if you look at his track record, yes, after his ACL tear, he came back and had a phenomenal season. If you look at it, it's like one good season, one really bad season due to injury. One good season, one bad season due to injury.
It's a pattern.
So it's like it is a pattern. See, and it's always his ACL. So to me, it's like, yeah, we're paying you a lot of this money, but then you're not even available half the time. It's literally we get half really good Nick Bosa, half on the bench. And it's almost like cut perfectly down the middle with his how many games he's played versus how many games he's missed. And I was talking to one of my buddies about it this afternoon, and I said, he's like, Myles Garrett's up for trade, right? And I said, I didn't know that. He goes, yeah.
Did you take a? I mean, I bet you saw pictures on something. I mean, I saw that. Myles. I said, come on, but please don't start with Myles Garrett. He's not coming, guys. But what did you? Go ahead. What were you going to say though?
Nick Bosa. We trade Nick Bosa and Brandon Ayuk to the Browns. We take Myles Garrett's cap hit, right? Because think about it, Ronbo.
Hey,
think
Nick
about
Bosa
it.
and who else?
Look, we run 3 linebackers: Winters, Greenlaw, Warner. And then we have Osa on the defensive line and Myles Garrett. I'll take that any day. And then here's the thing, too. It's like we lose Bosa. Okay, they obviously have to eat whatever's left of his contract. Unfortunately for Trent, yes, it sucks because he's the best in the game. But if the Niners can't afford him, which they can't even do that now, I would rather have Myles Garrett. I'd rather have a stellar defense and a somewhat okay offense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we could get away with Mike Evans, Christian Kirk, George Kittle. Like we could pick up some offensive.
That's not
line.
low rent. You'll be fine.
Yeah. So to me, it's like I'm willing to let Trent go if it means we can get Myles Garrett in some red and gold. And same thing with Bosa. I'm willing to trade Bosa and Ayuk to the Browns just so that way we
All
can
of us would
have
add Ayuk
a
in a deal. Yeah.
All right, everybody. I mean, Ronbo, if my job told me, hey, do you want to go here? Yeah, go ahead and trade me, but make sure when you trade me, bring Ayuk with me. You can't be on the team no more.
Ayuk is going to walk scot-free. He's
I'd
gonna
rather
be his
trade
own
him.
free agent. He's gonna haven't gotten paid, and he's a free agent. Go out and ask for whatever money he wants from whoever. That's what everybody's waiting for, including the Commanders, who are acting like, "No, we're not interested." Yes, you are. You just know. Why would you give the 49ers any assets, knowing that they're going to cut them loose before June 1st?
I would trade Brandon Ayuk for a stick of gum.
Yeah.
I don't even care. Half a stick of gum. I'm tired of him. But you know, it's like I said, man. I would do that trade in a heartbeat. If you said, "Hey, we're gonna get rid of Nick Bosa and we're gonna throw in Ayuk to get Myles Garrett," I'll take that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Get rid of Bosa.
Yeah, that's not a bad
Again,
deal. Actually,
availability. Ability is the best availability. You know what I mean? Like if you're on the squad consecutively, and I don't think Myles Garrett's ever had a serious injury.
I was about to ask you the same thing. I don't remember Myles Garrett being gone any length of time. Not for me.
Think of it like this: Bosa, Myles Garrett, Fred Warner, right? Greenlaw, Winters, Demo, Stout, Mustafa.
Actually,
what
the defensive
can the
line
offense really do?
Yeah, the defensive line. I still want to know what all those youngsters can do. There may be more than that. Because,
Michael Williams, not bad. Michael good. I keep writing him off because we only saw like a flash of him because he tore his bicep
ACL.
or his pectoral muscle.
No, Michael went down with ACL. Yeah. He's but I think he's 20 or 21, something like that last year. He's fine. Guarantee you right now he's fine.
We also have Eric Kendrick still. So Eric Kendricks is still on the team.
And you mentioned him last time. We don't. Eric's I don't know where Eric is, but he's not actually on the 49ers roster.
I thought we had him still.
No, he had one more year. No, he had a 1-year contract, and the 49ers already sort of let him go. Just like Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick's out of here, too. That really bothered me. I love Kendrick, man. He's good for the locker room, too.
Yeah, I think what really did it was when he couldn't get to the line on time or he couldn't understand the assignment and Juwan Jennings chewed him out. I think that's what really did it. That's what really did it for him. But, Juwan Jennings was good, too. I mean,
he's not getting $20 million anywhere, so he'll be back. Nope. I mean, the 49ers will take him back. I don't know what's going to happen with that.
Well, it's the cap casualty, man. It's the cap casualty. We face this every year. Unfortunately, this time, I'll be real, it's a little bit less than it was the prior years because we were losing blue chip players left and right.
Oh, no, the dead cap that year was crazy. It was a lot like what the Broncos went through with Russell Wilson. Or should I say, yeah.
Oh. Broncos country left and right. I mean, really. But another thing, too, a lot of people are overlooking is the Bosas are all about their money, which, fine, I get it. The trenches is not an easy place. That is a very hard position to play. And it's also extremely costly to your health. I mean, tearing ACLs, tearing pectoral muscles, tearing biceps, tearing quads, pulled groins, nonstop. My thing is with Joey Bosa saying, "Hey, I'm not going to take a pay cut," that kind of sets the. I'm referencing Joey and Nick in this scenario. With Joey saying, "Hey, I'm not taking a pay cut," that automatically cemented Nick saying, "I'm not going to do it either. If you're not going to pay my brother, I'm not going to do it either."
Yeah, that's a Bosa.
No matter how you look at it, like no matter how you look at it, I mean, family always overrules whatever the fuck anyone wants to say. It's big brother wants to do this. All right, little brother is going to follow every time.
Steve, we got to go.
So,
that's because the way things are happening now, something's liable to happen between now and Sunday. Trent Williams signs. Oh, it'll be party time then. I'm really
it will be party time.
Yeah.
Joe Williams signs Bosa to the Browns for Myles Garrett. I'll take that. Oh my God.
All right, Phil. You're my best at that great family of yours. I'll see you Sunday.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Scarlett turns 2 tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Let's do for tomorrow. Let's do it Sunday.
All right, Ronbo.
She'll wake you. Oh, Sunday. Sunday. Okay. All right, fam. Good night.
All right. Good night.
God. We gotta make it twist. Let's Ian Sharp. Now or never for Pearsall and Cowing. Also need another running back. Ian, you think we need another running back so we can make him sit down? I just wish we could get what's his name over from the Giants. I still want Scatterboo. Anyway, okay, it's over. You can't get him. Scatterboo would have been behind CMC. I bet you Kyle would have made a little difference for Scatterboo. Tony ATL. Ian, thank you so much. Tony ATL.
Ronbo, good evening. How you doing?
Good evening, Tony. Doing great, man. I'm after seeing what the 49ers are doing, it's always interesting when you know your coach is coming in with another plan. He's not going to just do what he's always been doing, because Robert Jones is not a Kyle Shanahan style lineman. I said, what? And then I looked at those other two guys, bigger, but not necessarily svelte, get out in space and move people. These guys are there to make sure that Brock Purdy can throw the ball. Could it mean we're going to elevate the passing game? Oh! Tony, I got it all figured out. We don't need to run the zone stretch as much as we do. McCaffrey can shoot the gaps on a power run just as easy as anybody else. Let me stop. Tony, you called here because you had some things to say. Shut up, Ronbo. All right.
No.
Speculation. My mind is going
because you guys got the weapons on the offensive side. And Ronbo, y'all last week y'all re-signed backup running back Patrick Taylor. I like him too. He can run between the tackles.
He's another one cut. Yeah.
Then you got Garrett and Ronbo. I'm telling you, I know you said on Twitter that you need to see more from the kid. That Jordan James is a beast. Just look at his college shape.
He's not big. I just worry about durability. But I saw him that game he came in last year. He's got really nice explosion.
Yes. But Ronbo, I got some offensive linemen. I can read some of them to you if you would like me to.
I definitely want, because as a 49er fan, we love to hear about good offensive linemen.
I've been watching people's mocks on Fox and NFL Network. And the mock is what I mean by the mock, they doing the first round, like Bucky Brooks and all these other different people. And what I was watching for is to see how many offensive linemen were going in the first round. And on each mock, because I don't know how it's going to go in the draft, only 3 offensive linemen got taken before you guys picked at 27, whatever you guys picked.
27.
But these linemen I got here, I got 7 offensive tackles and 2 offensive guards for you. The first tackle is the best tackle in the draft at Caleb Lamu out of Utah. As a matter of fact, Ronbo, both Utah tackles are projected to go in the first round, their left tackle and their right tackle.
I've heard about Lamu, and it has been actually, it's been already said the 49ers should go for Lamu and let him work with Quentin Williams, and you've got something there.
Matter of fact, one of those mocks, I think Daniel Jeremiah has got you guys picking Lamu.
Yeah, I know. I saw it somewhere.
What y'all picked, 27?
Yeah.
But most of the mocks got him going before you guys.
See, at 27, 6'6", you can't. Yeah,
313.
Look at that. Tony, the 49ers are going to trade back because you're not going to get. They're not going to get anything at 27. Go ahead and get some more picks. But go ahead.
Okay. That right tackle from Utah, I don't have his measurements, but his name is Spence Fanu. He's projected to go late first round, early second round. So that may be a guy you might want to get. Because in the offensive line, you said this yourself, they're interchangeable.
Yeah.
He can start off playing right tackle. Then if Trent Williams retires, they can move him to left tackle.
Move left side, and he probably had more training in left tackle if he's any good. By the way, you just gave me 2 Polynesian names. Boy, I love me some Polynesian offense. Oh, man, put them dudes on the line, and now you've got a serious line you can depend on. Hey, you got another one coming up too?
Go to work. This next guy I got for you, Ronbo, he's highly regarded. He's a right tackle. They got him going in the first round. Rasheed Miller out of Miami. I do not have his measurements as of yet, but Rasheed Miller out of Miami. He played in the championship game. As a matter of fact, just like Utah, Both of Miami's tackles are projected to go. Well, one's in the first round and one's in the second round.
Damn. See, Tony, you mentioned that. Nobody mentions any players out of Indiana. But they have to have some stuff over there. Because what they did makes no sense.
I haven't got anybody from Indiana yet. The only thing from Indiana is the wide receiver, the quarterback, a defensive lineman, and that cornerback from Indiana. Those are the only ones that I know.
Look at the sexy picks. Tony, when you say
yes, sir.
Wide receiver,
the left tackle for Miami is Markel Bell. He's projected to be a high second round pick. This guy, I think this guy will be a good fit for you guys, but I think he'll be going too high for you guys to get him. Monroe Freeling, 6'7", 315 pounds, out of Georgia.
Damn. What position does he play? That's an old lineman?
Left tackle. Left tackle.
Dang. That's.
And I heard one of your callers earlier in the chat. He was talking about y'all getting that left tackle from Alabama. That's Caden Proctor. I got him on my list too. Y'all might be able to get Caden Proctor. Because they got him projected low first round, maybe high second round.
His position again?
Left tackle.
Yeah. What's his size?
I don't have his measurements. He's one of the ones I don't have his measurements. I'll have that for you at a later date on the measurements. But Ronbo, these two guards, this one guard is perfect for you guys, but I'm not going to read him first. Both of these guards are left guards. The first guard is Emmanuel Pregnon, 6'4", 314 pounds, out of Oregon. They got him as a projected second round draft pick.
You know,
I know you guys got problems with Jake Brendel and McKivitz.
Oh.
What you guys need is a center and a right guard, right? Or is it center and a left guard?
Well, no, right guard. Pooney's got that. He's fine. The left guard, they tried to address that with Robert Jones. Yeah, McKivitz bothers people, but PFF says McKivitz is one of the better right tackles in the game. And I said, really?
Ronbo, this is the guy for you guys. I think y'all should trade up in the second round to get him. This is this guard that I've been telling you about since you came back on your last show. His name he's a left guard, Chase Bisontis, Bisontis, 6'5", 315 pounds, out of Texas A&M. He's the best guard in the draft. I think he fits perfect for you guys. He's very agile. He knows how to double team and then get off of that first block and go to that second level to get that linebacker.
Looking for work like Pooney. Pooney's good at that. Pooney gets off one thing, goes right next. That's why McKivitz didn't look so bad last year. Pooney's out there doing most of the work, and he did that first season too.
This guy, hopefully your staff and your coaches are looking and been to Chase Bisontis Pro Day, Ronbo. He will be perfect for you guys. The 6'5", 315 pound left guard out of Texas A&M.
6'5", 315. He carries that weight
well.
San
Francisco 49ers.
Yeah,
start immediately.
Tony, you guys don't need any of these guys you just mentioned, though?
We got the best right guard in football, and we drafted our left guard, who was a left tackle 3 years ago. That won the Dallas one, and we got him. So we're good at guard.
Do you know, as a 49er fan, how we were envious? Tony, we ran the clock. Let me see you Sunday.
Ronbo, I got some bad news. I saw something else. They were showing coaches all-time records, and I'm not gonna say what the record is. I'll just say that Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan have both been in the league 9 years.
Yeah.
McVay is up by 10 games on Shanahan. All-time record.
Individual records, yeah. Yeah, Shannon came in the league and had to go through some pain. Sean had a prefab team already filled. He didn't have to lose any games in his first year. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, because Shanahan had to come in there and rebuild that
and build the whole organization.
2017 on.
Yeah, see. But head-to-head competition, Kyle still owns Sean. Tony,
Yes, sir.
let me see you Sunday, my dude.
All right, Ronbo, and you're right, Ronbo. The Rams fans they have other than Chrissy, Jim, Kim Everett. They're up and hiding. They must be depressed.
They should be. All right, Tony.
I'll see you Sunday, sir.
Looking forward to it. 19.
Take care.
You too. Yeah, you notice how the Shams aren't running up and down talking trash all down? I said, even Everett has finally had a nerve got hit. Lost to the Hawks. I will always thank the Hawks for that. Anything to make them shut the hell up. Yeah. Fam, I'll see you Sunday. Can't wait. All right. Maybe, just maybe, Trent Williams signs. And wouldn't it be a double-decker sandwich if all of a sudden I keep saying, please stop talking to me about Myles Garrett. 49ers have made a deal that brings Myles Garrett to the... wait. There's something wrong here. What did he say? There's no way in hell he said Myles Garrett. I'm asleep. Ow, that hurt. Myles Garrett on the 49ers, are you serious right now? We didn't have to lose. What did we give up for? We give him 2 first-round picks. I'd go on and on for like 20 minutes and find out. No. In fact, the 49ers gave up a first for next year, a second for next year. A player to be named later. Hey, you know what, though? I'm not close to the idea of bringing Myles Garrett. Because understand this. The league will do everything they can to stop that. You're not going to put Myles Garrett and Nick Bosa on the same team. I can't imagine the league allowing that. I will see you Sunday, fam. Thank you for the contributions tonight. Always appreciated. And always appreciate your company. I'll see you Sunday. Niners!